This is the Arcane Dice Podcast.
Favors owed. A debt called in. Does fate beckon when obligation calls? Tamora herself smiles when luck and kismet conspire to draw new adventurers to her fold. The Arcane Dice Podcast welcomes you to join them for The Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Yeah. Chayse, you didn't even remember we were doing this tonight. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Horrifically hungry.
I am cut right now that the one that I'm running, you have just, it's not even worth remembering for you. I'm hurt. I'm cut. You cut me, Shrek. Cut me deep.
She cut to the chase.
In a somewhat
Womp,
womp womp.
Come on, you guys gave so many bad puns last week. I have to throw a few in.
None of them were bad.
I watched Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2 today.
I watched that too.
So good. Axel Foley.
It's awesome.
Awesome. So good.
All right. So we have everybody going. Dave, you're recording. Everything's functioning.
Everything is, as functional as things are going to be.
It looks like everybody's in Roll20. You should have a lovely green forested trail as your screen for seeing. Morley's got the only one who's got the actual, what the travel might look like, except for floating stuff in the background that looks like spaceships.
Well, you gotta have
anyways,
spaceships.
All right. So let's talk about my background.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm in a cave.
I have Lord Chandral behind me.
Yeah, I see the king pig. Yeah.
I have Riven behind me.
You have Riven's shoulders. You have a chest plate. That's about all we see. Yeah, that doesn't change anything, Dave. It's still just a chest plate. That's
how it shows up. I can't change that. Unfortunately, I don't know.
I bet you can, but anyways.
I'd have to resize the picture and then.
Oh no,
it's troublesome.
Right.
All right. So
it's definitely troublesome.
Does anybody have any announcements? I know Matt usually likes to put out a call to Cat in Japan. So if you want to fire that one out there, Matt.
Shout out to Cat in Japan.
There you go.
Cat Japan. Cat Japan. Cat Japan.
Cat Japan.
Right.
Cat Japan.
I told you we need more glitter. Anyways, let's see. Last time we recorded, and Dave got super drunk and was deep throating his mic.
Do you have any?
He's already leaning towards it to get into it again. That's
any idea how many hours? How many hours I have spent trying to get rid of the sound of you fucking chewing food.
This is even better. The deep throating is fucking fantastic.
And that soft fucking mushy click of yours.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
Yeah, shots fired. Personal. If you have to listen to it over and over again, it would probably get fucking irritating. It's like they would use my jaw clicking as sound interference for when you're doing torture, right? Just throw that sound on again and again.
It's just continuous.
All right. So last time, what was it, month and a bit?
Last week.
Last week.
Paint the picture for the listeners.
paint a picture. I'll what's that fellow's name with the beard and the big bushy hair?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, thank you.
Einstein?
Bob Ross, you forgot.
Einstein.
Santa
Einstein
Claus.
didn't have a beard. He had a mustache. He didn't have a beard.
Gandalf.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Smelly Joe.
That's right.
Smelly Joe. I remember him.
Gandalf with his hat off.
After a blowout.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys had gotten together. You'd made your way away from the initial starting point in Waterdeep. You had moved down the trail. You had taken a rest, met a few folks. Chayse was knitting herself what everyone thought was a human catching net, but was in fact a sleepy net. You'd woken up the next morning after some confusion about who was on watch and who was on first, what's on second. Morley and Aiden had decided to tease Riven relentlessly, and Riven was duty bound to argue throughout the night.
Yep. Great way to pass a shift.
You had woken up in the morning, prepped everything up, said your goodbyes, and had taken off on the trail. You guys had found the turnoff that heads towards Phandelver. While on that new trail, after you had turned to the east and headed down that trail, you'd come around a bend and come across the horses that you recognized as Sildar's and Gundren's. While investigating that, you guys had been ambushed by a number of goblins. There was a melee that followed. You guys were victorious. You came out ahead. A couple of the goblins had booked it, hightailed it out of the area. You guys had followed down a trail and found their main camp that they had been living in just off the trail for their ambushes. And that is where you had discovered AJ, Matt's character, hung upside down by his feet, which when Kat went to introduce herself, she's now known as Ass to AJ. That's as far as she got into the description before he was running off, and now he believes her name is Ass. You forgot that, didn't you, Matt?
I remember. It's coming back to me now. Last week was a long time ago.
It was.
Last week was a long time ago.
Last week, 4 weeks ago, yeah. So you guys had come to the conclusion that the trail was wide enough for the cart to make it down. It was very, very confined, the space, so it's going to take you guys some effort. It is possible to get the cart down the trail and follow it. It's going to be a little bit slower, though, because you do every once in a while, as you look at the picture that we have up on Roll20 there, it's a little bit squishy, and there's some spaces where you're going to have to basically cut down some branches, trees, stuff like that. For our viewers or listeners, we are down one player, unfortunately, tonight. Vincent has come upon a plague and is currently attempting to recover from that. So I will be sidelining him or his character in a nondescript way so that his character is not being killed or fought or
Let's
destroyed
be
while
honest.
he's not here.
Vince has cooties, and it's an epidemic that is sweeping the nation, and he is quarantined
patient zero.
because
Patient zero for a reason.
he's doing it for everyone else.
Okay.
Thanks, Vince. Thanks,
Thanks, Vince.
Tangent here. The West Edmonton Mall theme park. They renamed the Kitty Coaster to the Cootie Coaster.
What?
Like literally.
I mean,
Well, it's because you get cooties on it.
Free.
Yeah.
You catch cooties on it. You know
If you
how
sit next to
many
a girl.
young gentlemen
roller coaster.
and lady are going to get their first on the Cootie Coaster now? I mean, it writes itself.
Right?
Yeah.
Young love. So
Sticky young love.
Oh man, no.
It's like when you're at the movie
there's
theater and
another
your
list.
feet stick to the look.
No, Matt, no.
That's from the spilled soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrong type of theater there, Matt.
Oh,
You in the same one as Pee Wee Herman was in there?
No.
Does he even have those anymore?
probably also why they
I mean,
why the
every
floors
theater
were
can
sticky.
be one of those theaters, Dave. You just got to be brave enough.
I can't remember the last time I seen a quarter peep show sign.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to see them
I
downtown all the time.
I don't think they're as popular in Canada per se.
Well, they used to be downtown all the time.
I mean, everyone's got a giant screen in their living room and access to Pornhub, so
Right?
you don't need.
That's a fair
You
point.
don't need it.
Also, we are
Well,
in no
unless
way
you're in Texas.
sponsored by Pornhub, so
What was that
Yeah.
website again there, Kat? I'm writing it down for like things that I won't ever
For posterity.
For research.
Yeah.
Posterity.
Stay away.
He does it for others. He is a selfless individual.
So the guy who watches cams while we play.
What? Never.
I'm watching all you guys' cams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching a
else
few
am I gonna
extras.
A few extras.
with tabs open.
This is why he never stands up. He's got the pants off.
You guys know me so well.
We don't need to see the hammer. So what I will do now is AJ did go rushing to head down the trail right off the bat, and he's booking. Kat's Aster had attempted to introduce herself as he was running away. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you head out from this area?
I think Aster's going to take off immediately behind him because he left mid-sentence, and I'm going to book it on Lord Chandral after him.
Okay, Lord Chandral, because of his nature and being a wild boar and this kind of being his terrain that he's used to moving through, he's going to have zero trouble moving through this type of brush. But the cart, and I remind me if I'm correct or right here, Aiden, were you riding beside it or were you now on it with Vincent?
I was riding beside it.
Ripton. Yeah. Okay, so you're still on your horse?
On Gilly.
On Gilly, yeah.
Gilly.
So nobody wants to do anything else here?
Well, we searched. I remember that because
I recall, in the camp, just before the camp, we found drag marks of Gundren, right? So
he was dragged up to this camp.
And Aiden mentioned something about they're further up. Is that correct?
What did Aiden?
Or not Aiden, sorry, AJ.
AJ.
Yeah. So we're in hot pursuit.
How much longer or how much before these guys got here that Gundren and crew were taken away?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. They had been taken away about 12 hours before they had arrived.
12 hours.
So the only reason that you weren't cooked and eaten was because they were currently utilizing some of the horse meat that they had cut off the flanks of the horses that were laying down on the path that they had come across.
Gotcha.
Hence you being left as a late night aperitif, perhaps, for later on.
Yeah, like a testing.
The direction that Gundren and them are, and the direction that we have to go, are they the same direction?
Two different directions.
Okay, so
the trail that you can see right now that AJ has hopped onto heads north and a bit east, whereas the trail that the main trail, the Tribord Trail, heads basically due east from where you guys were.
Okay, so why would we take the cart?
What are you going to do with the cart otherwise? There's a whole bunch of stuff in it that's supposed to be delivered.
Our current mission is to deliver the cart.
But what about Gundren?
Well, to Gundren.
So if we bring Gundren to the cart, is that kind of the same?
Oh, like Vincent or Ricky stays with the cart and you guys just book it?
Right.
There's an option.
You guys want to leave? You want to
park in the woods?
Are they still 120, within 120 feet?
Who's they?
Matt's character, AJ?
We'll say yes, he is.
Yeah. I can tell them to stop in their brain.
You could.
Okay? Tell him to stop in his brain.
Hey,
you.
We're not going to eat you. Stop, dummies.
What does AJ do when a strange voice? Because Chayse,
I'm trying to think
most
if I have any sort of.
Your character is still in the back of the wagon, isn't she?
On their own steed, but
you're on your horse now. Okay,
I was on my own steed. Yeah, I didn't want to get into the wagon, so I was kind of just tottering beside or behind it.
Okay, I thought you were still in the back of the wagon
Bugs.
because you were. What was the phrase we had used? The something. The bonkening. That's right.
Yes.
The bonkening. I forgot. You were waiting to smash the first thing that stuck its head in through the
Oh, right, I was.
the
All right.
bonkening.
I
Are you
guess
still in there?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, you can be outside of it. That's fine, but I just need to know where you are. So
No,
you're
I
out.
would still be in the wagon then.
You're still
However,
waiting.
for this, I do not have to be able to see the person.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
But did you see me before? Like, do you even know I
you would have
exist?
to
Are you
know.
peeking out a crack in the thing beside Ripton's butt?
Could we not hear that conversation?
Well, I mean, I don't think they were shouting, and I don't know how well that would travel to you. But how about you give me a perception check? Let's see if you can hear them.
Also, AJ is very quiet spoken.
Like, I feel like I would notice if we, like, stopped.
Well, we did.
Bare minimum. Ooh. Ready for probably my one good roll of the day?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, let's get it
22.
Over and done with.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well,
Why
shit.
can't you roll like that?
You have no excuses now,
Other
Chase.
monkey.
Stop. This is a new game, new mindset.
Right?
I
That's
bought
right,
a.
you are willing this into existence, Chase. So you need
Willing
to
it.
believe. You need to believe is what you need to do.
Gotcha.
I've tested out a new die today to see how well it does.
like
When you're that close, it's a hole in your face right now.
Yeah, it's a hole and everything there.
There you go.
It's fun.
It's a
There.
I like that.
blue, clear, gray.
It's a clear light green. I could see right through it.
Cool.
Test rolls have been pretty good.
All right. So you hear the conversation and you yell that into AJ's brain. AJ, what do you do?
I'm gonna stop and kind of whip around and try and like find who I think may have done that to me.
Knife flings into a tree.
Do I see? Do I see the crack? Can I identify ish where this voice may be coming from?
Chase, your ability, does it give the receiver any hint as to where the voice is coming from?
No, but they can, like, respond and I can hear it.
AJ?
Okay, then AJ's going to because AJ is a little bit older, probably has either heard or maybe had some experience with this, and I'm just going to
It's your character. Has he had some experience with this?
Yes, he has. I'm just going to shout my reply, and it's going to be, "Reveal yourself. Who are you to breach my defenses?"
Ooh.
But like,
While you're
yelling.
running?
So I'm hoping it.
Did-
No,
did
I
you-
stopped and whipped around.
Oh,
What
Caliph
what
is going
Caleth's
to
response, yeah.
stick their head out of the wagon and just, like, annoyed wave.
All right.
I think
so,
AJ is just going to do a little bit of a, and then turn around and keep going.
all right. Well, he can carry on. What are you guys? Is your plan right now? You want to leave Vincent in the wagon here? Or
I
Rickson?
thought-
I'm in
Yes.
the wagon still.
Yes. Well,
I feel like we shouldn't abandon the wagon. The wagon is literally our job.
Yeah,
She's
that's
not
why
wrong.
That's why we're leaving Ricky with it.
Yes,
The
the guy
person
who has
paying
never been
for
in this
the
realm
job.
before.
it is probably dying.
But here's the thing: you were told the payment would be done by the people who have, what's the word I'm looking for? Conscripted it in the actual town of Phandelver.
Yeah.
Gundren didn't conscript this; it was a different
That's
group
right.
that had
Yeah.
asked for this to be delivered. So somebody else is paying for it.
Yeah.
And like I said, the wagon will make it down this trail. From what you guys can see right now, it will be slower.
It'll be slower.
Like not significantly, but it will be a little bit slower because you do have to, like, if you look at the trail that I've put up there for a map, you can see there's some stuff that would have to be cleared a little bit, for cutting away edges and stuff like that. But it will, you can move forward with it. So it's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I think Aster would yell, I'll chase after him. You guys get the wagon. And
And I'm not.
you can do
AJ's
what you
not,
want.
Yeah, AJ is not running away, but I'm definitely walking with purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not like booking it with Chandral,
No.
but I'm going with you.
Okay. So just to point out as well, there is a spare horse still tied to the back of the wagon because Richton's mount was being pulled behind because he was driving the wagon train.
Isn't Ricky really short?
Lady Lamb Chop.
He's average height. He's a human.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he was just this little tiny guy.
Well, just his attitude.
All right. So then I think Aster would be like, hey, you taking off so quickly. I think we can work together. We have an extra mount if you need it. If we're going the same place, why don't we go together?
I'm trying to think as a half elf if he would want a mount. Yeah, I think he'll stop and turn around. We haven't had any discussion. Like, I don't know that these guys know Gundren or anything like that.
There was a little bit of talk about, because you had mentioned the horses. There's like, you know what I mean? There's those little common things that if you were paying attention, give me a history check there, AJ. Gotta beat a 12.
What's my?
You don't tell him what he's got to beat.
You shut your whore mouth. I'll do what I want.
History is a 4, so I got a 12.
Perfect. Meter beat. All right. So you do recognize that hints and phrases that they had used relate to the riders of those horses, and you did recognize that was Gundren. You don't know who Sildar is, but you did recognize that the dwarf was Gundren from a description that your master had given you.
Okay, then I'll as I stop and wait for the wagon to catch up and jump on the horse, I'll ride with Aster and basically ask her,
Well, before we get too far into that, Matt, when you were running down the trail, were you just tracking the tracks? You were looking at the markings on the ground?
Yeah, I was just following the tracks.
Okay, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 10.
Passive perception of 10, you say? 1 second, I'm just pulling something up here. Okay, I'm going to need you to make me a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. Traps.
Traps.
That is a 17 plus...
Oof.
Plus 7, so I am 24.
Total fail. No, as you're running down the trail, just literally right as you're turning around, you feel something different about the trail when you step into it, the ground itself. Mm-hmm. Your honed reflexes allow you to very, very quickly realize there's something there that's not supposed to be, and you diving roll out of the way as a spring-loaded trap snaps a rope where your ankle would have been and would have left you dangling from a tree about 15 feet off the ground.
Jesus.
Rude. What the fuck?
Isn't that how we found him?
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
No, I was tied to a big stick.
Right.
Who doesn't want to be tied to a big stick?
For our Patreon listeners.
Yeah. That's Patreon.
The end of our show.
That's when Morley shows he's not wearing his pants. Yeah, don't do it. No. Down to his knee, yeah. So you've now noticed that there are the trail past where these goblins go may contain traps. So the good news,
if we're moving at the speed of the wagon, I can probably check for traps while we go.
A great idea.
I will kind of like give the reins of the horse back to Aster and just carry on my feet while looking, but kind of staying slightly ahead of Aster and her mount, just so I can check the trail.
Aster's gonna keep an eye, like following him then.
Okay.
Above in the tree line for things that can, come down. So while you're looking on the ground, I'll be looking above for traps.
Fantastic. So you two are at the front, it sounds?
Seems like.
Where are the rest? Caleb, are you staying inside the wagon in the back?
Yeah, I'll continue to guard the goods.
Are you going to open like the back and be like rear lookout, or are you just?
Riven will take up the rear.
I'm still going to be, if somebody tries to get into the wagon, attack of opportunity.
You're prepared for the bonkening?
For the bonkening, Yeah.
That's right. The bonkening shall occur. What about Aiden?
Aiden isn't not helping at the front.
Do you want to ride on the wagon with Ricky?
No, I'm
Okay,
still
all right.
on my horse. However, I will announce to everybody now that I've seen that the trail is booby trapped. To no one in particular, just out loud, I'm going to say, seems like they've expected us to follow them. Only a fool would stick to the trail. And I'm going to try and like get my horse to like walk through the bush, like 10 feet off the trail. But my horse he has no fucking patience for it. So like,
Smarter than you?
absolutely smarter and lazier.
Gilly
And then I'll just spend the
is
whole
going to
fucking
have
time.
none of this and
Yeah.
is going to basically nicker and tug your reins back out and onto the trail again because she does not feel like pushing through the bushes. You're going to get
Not
whipped in
at
the
all.
face at least once or twice by branches because, and you could swear that she walked through those bushes on purpose
Oh, totally.
at exactly eye height for you. You know,
Yep.
she does a little duck and then you get the whoosh kind of thing. So
Is there some bludgeoning damage there?
no damage, just a little bit of wound to his pride. So
after
his face is the moneymaker after all.
After like one or two, I'm going to draw my rapier. And I'm just gonna like hold it in front of me, just to like catch any like branches that could come at me.
So the first one that hits
I'm
your
just fucking
blade
grumpy. Yeah.
cuts, and you get the other side of the stick still slashes across your face,
Yep.
and the other piece that came off pokes you in the eye.
And now I have my sword and a dagger out.
So you get one that comes like right between and like pokes you right in the tip of your
How
nose.
are you holding on to the reins?
I'm not. I've given up. I'm just on the horse now.
Millie's a pretty, Gilly's a pretty smart horse. So
They've already decided what we're doing. So I'm just
All
a
right.
passenger.
So you guys are moving at regular speed with AJ at the front, who is now checking for traps or at least doing a cursory view of the ground as you're moving forward. Aster has taken up Skywatch. Alan and Riven have taken up rear guard with Kat and Rickton on the wagon, with Aiden kind of riding beside the wagon in the bushes, making all sorts of noise and perpetually getting whipped in the face by branches, no matter what he seems to do to try to stop them.
Fucking hell.
We're not stealthy.
Riven will
It's a wagon.
he's gonna Alan up to Aiden. And he's gonna grab the reins.
I've completely let them go. They're just like,
And he's gonna, just loop him around his saddle. You have not been out in the wilds before, have you?
this is practically uncivilized.
I'm afraid that you may actually hurt yourself severely.
And as I'm
Please.
as I'm speaking to Ribbon, I'm going to like cast a healing spell on myself to like fix the little nicks and marks that I have on my face, like as making eye
Don't
contact.
you only
with them.
have like one spell slot left?
Yeah.
I'm just like slow sipping,
Prestidigitation?
just like
Yeah.
slow sipping from my heal spells, from my potion.
Maybe you can cantrip yourself some guidance so you can avoid these a little better.
What?
Right.
So you're not wasting your single spell resource. Out of all these people, you're the only caster that exists. So
Someone with elf blood. I cannot believe how inept you are in nature. You will stick beside Alan and hopefully not harm yourself.
So you're gonna keep talking about how uncivilized this whole thing is.
yeah, give me a short monologue there, Morley.
What my
How uncivilized it is.
I was like, it's commonly known that the most unnatural element on this planet of ours is nature, in fact. supremely unnatural. Look at all of these green things that are both alive and not alive at the same time. It's rather mind-boggling when you think of it.
This mind-boggling to you. A phrase I have heard. Maybe you have heard it. I don't know. It is more common among the people of these lands than mine. But a walk in the park.
See, now a park, yes, that's a fantastic example. True culture to this uncivilized nature, as you would call it. Everything straight, orderly. All the trees stay where the trees are supposed to be. It's magnificent. Big fan of parks.
The only half elf in existence who abhors nature and right then a mosquito.
I would much rather a mural of a tree than an actual tree.
You are lucky these trees do not try to kill you.
Yet.
That's another thing that's unnatural about these woods. Sometimes they can just decide to eat you. Barbaric.
All right.
Riven just kind of leans in close to him, and where I'm from, the land itself reaches out to kill you. Everything. You were lucky. Stick by Alan. And he'll just kind of straighten back up, adjust his pole arm, and just keep an eye out for any goblins or additional fucking things that are come flying through the woods to us.
So, with the enclosed nature of this wooded trail, your naginata may not be a superly effective weapon to use in here. You might be better off with your lance and your shorter range weapons.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, I'm still going to hold. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm still going to go hold on to it, right?
Well, for sure, but anyways, all right. So you guys are on the trail. If I can get AJ and Aster to make me, I want 3 separate perception checks. Do one at a time, each of you, or sorry, yeah. So you both do one, and then you'll both do the second one, and then you'll both do the third one. So,
Okay. First roll. Ooh. My plus perception. That'd be an 8 for Aster.
okay. Sky seems clear. AJ?
Yeah, give me 1 sec here.
He doesn't have his dice out. What a son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch, indeed.
Sorry, what was it you wanted?
A perception check, please.
Perception, that is a 5.
Total?
Wow.
Total.
Okay.
Dead at this.
The trail ahead has no traps that you can discern at this time.
Hopefully that's true.
I'd turn around and be like, charge!
Well, as you guys move forward, your AJ's, because he's off the he's not on the horse, he's currently on foot.
Yeah.
Doesn't set it off. Aster and Oinker managed to bypass the trigger trap, but when the oxen step onto something, you hear a snap of something releasing in the trees far to the left of the wagon, and then you see a large vine attached to a large log come lumbering through the trees towards the wagon. I need Aiden. Are you Rickton? Or sorry, not Rickton. Riven, when you grabbed Aiden, did you move back to the rear of the wagon, or are you at the front?
Yeah. No, I'm back at the rear with them.
Okay, so you two both need to make me a dexterity saving check. So does Alan. Morley, I'll allow yours to influence Gilly because she doesn't have her own stats, but
Sweet.
This is like an Ewok trap.
you betcha.
Right. So that's going to be a 16. I'm liking this new die.
Okay.
Alan is. Let me scroll. Holy, there's a lot of pages in this.
Right?
It is a lot of scrolling. Oh,
I give you.
that's a 14 for Alan.
Okay.
That's the other ones I got to give. I'm liking this die. Everyone's been above 10.
Morley, what did Aiden roll for yourself and Gilly?
Aiden's got a 15 plus 3, so it's an
Okay.
18.
All right. So when this log comes lumbering down, Aiden is able to Gilly before it, because Riven is back on Alan a little ways. He is able to like pull himself back in his saddle. However, Alan sees this coming at the last second and takes it like broadside. So he's going to take.
Alan doesn't
Love
like
it.
that.
He's going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage apparently, as this log comes thundering down and smacks into his side.
Scroll. Okay.
Do you call out to your mount there, Dave? Are you all like,
How big is this log? Is it like bouncing off of him, or?
Oh no, this thing it knocks him like sideways on the trail. Like it is. If
Oh,
it was
no,
you or I, I'd
it's
say you're certainly concussed. That's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah, well, Riven will definitely check Alan. And
You're hopping off and
yeah.
okay. Give me a medicine check for Alan.
I will also step off, but I will.
Here we go.
I will also, talking out loud, I was like, I thought your name was Alan. And I'm pointing at Ribbon. I kept saying you were going to put me under the protection of Alan. I thought that was you. You're talking about the beast, were you?
You see, this is Alan. I am Riven.
Alan's gonna look back at you, Aiden, and snort when you call him a beast. By the way,
I don't know what that means. So it
Alan
could
is
mean
no
that he
beast.
agrees with
Alan
me.
is my friend.
I
Were
mean,
you dropped as a child?
far be it from me to tell you like who you should have as friends, but maybe you should open your arcs a little bit more, or maybe friends with 2 legs, or.
hey Morley, does Aiden have a medicine kit to be able to bandage up?
Oh, 100%.
I rolled a
Yeah.
20 for the medicine check.
Okay,
Shit, there you go.
but you realize that you don't have a medicine kit, so
Actually, do I?
I don't think you do.
Let me
I
double
think-
check.
I think while they're doing this, I'm gonna say to AJ, we missed that. I think we should just have a look what they look like so we know what we're looking for.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right.
So on your next 2 rolls, you guys will have advantage.
You're right. I do not have a medicine kit.
Okay. So Aiden, are you
but-
going to assist with patching up and bandaging Alan?
I'm just making sure nothing's broken.
Well, he's had a couple of scales knocked loose, but
Yeah. Nothing serious. I'm going to.
he looks concussed though. He's got 2 different sized pupils right now.
Oh, he is concussed, eh?
Actually, let's make a Constitution save for him. Let's see if he's.
A Constitution save for him?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta scroll back down. Scroll. Does he have a save?
Yes,
I'm
he
just
does.
No, I know he does, but I'm just seeing if it's a checked save or not. It is not. He doesn't have any check saves. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's a 5.
Okay, Alan has a concussion. So
Aw.
if you would like, you could probably, with the space in the top of the wagon, like on top of all the goods, even though how large he is, like long, he could probably curl up inside on top of everything if you wanted him to, rather than him walking. Because right now he's wobbling and weebling.
Now, if he was healed, would that remove his concussion?
Yes,
All right.
but a medicine kit is not going to do that. It would have to be an actual healing spell.
Like a potion.
Riven takes like his hands, puts like his head in his hands, and he strokes them,
Dirty.
and he says he places his hand like right on his forehead, and then he says he looks. Darkness, darker than dark. I beseech thee, combine with the blessing of the queen, turn a blind eye to the fate. See the unspoken faith displayed by me. Awaken from your slumber by my madness. The time has come. Summon before me your power, hidden within the lands of the kingdom of shadow. Scream forth from the depths with the power of the heavens themselves. My queen, twist and rend the strings of fate and turn a blind eyes to those yet to be judged. Almighty in your dominion, fill my hand with your awesome power in your glory and redeem this pitiful soul. Lay on hands. And
Nothing
I give,
happens.
Ellen 5 hit points back.
Well, the Raven Queen's kind of flustered because you've used this for a very low level ability, and if that's the speech that you have to give for a lay on hands, whew, when you get to higher level spells, man.
It is one action.
Yeah.
AJ stops and looks at Aster and says, "Does this happen often?"
I just met these guys. I'm not sure.
Yeah, blame them. That's right. All right. So
But I give, and that should take him almost all
Alan-
the way up, even though he took some damage from
from an arrow, yeah,
an arrow.
Shot.
So that would put him almost right back to
almost
to
to full. Yeah,
And I will
That's-
check off
that's-
that layout.
that is all of your points for the time, is it not?
5 hit points.
That's right. So
Ooh,
he watches his pupil narrows back down to regular size beside the other one, and he gives a good shake of his head and shakes loose a few scales that were knocked loose when he took the log to the noggin. And you guys carry on. So Kat and Matt, if you guys want to make another perception check with advantage this time, because Kat and Matt decided to take a look at the trap and get an idea of how they set their things up.
Well, thank God we had advantage because
That
I
is
rolled a 1
Oh yeah,
and an 18. So with my +4, that's a 22
rolled-
this time.
I rolled a 3 and then a 13. So
Okay. Well, Kat, are you still looking up at the sky?
Yeah, Yes, I'm gonna still specialize and look for another one of those swinging logs.
Every time you do that, you're getting a rainbow from your microphone there. So it was kind of funny when you're doing it. Anyways, the housing on your microphone that there's it's reflecting it like a rainbow color. Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But it looked like when you did it, it looked like it did like a rainbow. Anyways,
Rainbow.
so Matt, was it a 13 with your bonuses or before your bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay.
13
So
with.
it's a good thing that the goblins aren't great at laying traps. They're not super good at this stuff. But so as you guys are rolling down the trail, AJ comes across what appears to be a rope with a wooden branch notched into the tree on the opposite side of the trail. And when he looks closer, you can see if he pulls this out or if the rope is disturbed, it's a couple inches off the ground. If it's disturbed, it's actually going to pop that. And when you follow that back up the trail and off the trail onto the one side, there's a set of logs up there that are designed to roll off of this hill and come down and basically catch any creature's legs and do some damage. So do you want to set it off before the rest of the people come forward? Do you want to disable it in some way?
If I set it off and the logs come down, are they going to block the path?
No, it looks like they'll like careen off and keep going. Like it's a fairly significant hill on the side. Like it's very, very similar to what you guys see in this bush. So it'll keep like kind of going down that way.
Okay, then I'll set it off.
Okay, so you kind of kick the rope on the trail, and everybody watches as these logs come thundering down, and they're significant sized logs, like a good size. You can see the hack marks where they used an axe or something like that to chop these guys down, and they go rolling through and crash down through the rest of the trail there. Okay, and give me a third check here.
All right.
Ooh. 16 and 10.
I got 19 plus 4, so 23.
All right. So as you're moving forward again, this time instead of AJ spotting something, as Aster is moving forward, she sees a large, a dark woven, it's a hemp rope net. Very, very heavy, very, very large, laid out. And you can see there's rocks set up on the corners of these things in order to, basically it'll drop down, sweep and catch whatever is in it. And you manage to stop AJ before he steps into it.
I stop AJ and I'd be like, just a sec. And I yell back, Kayleth, I found a new bed for you. And I take my dagger and like cut the corners of it and collect it. And
Well,
put it in
you
the back
have
of
to
the
set
wagon.
it off for it to come down, right? It's hanging up in the trees.
I see, it's up. So yeah, I'll set it off and then I'll like remove it from the string and then put it in the back of the wagon. So we have a net.
You have a large net.
More
Yes,
nets.
it is 10 foot by 10 foot. Very, very large. So the way it was designed is basically there's rocks on all four corners that drop down, shatter the legs of whatever is there, and then the net falls onto them so they can't crawl out from underneath it. It basically holds them in place. Yeah, it's nasty stuff. They're goblins.
Yes.
They don't care if their food's got broken bones.
Right.
All right. So you guys have made it past. You've been traveling for several hours now. Do 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 do.
Ooh, a bridge.
Okay. As you're moving along, you come to a very, very wide ravine, very, very deep, that carries on, and you can see this for a significant distance, both to your left and to your right. The bridge is a very unique design. It appears to be like everything is made out of metal, and while it is metal and it looks old, does anybody, like, aside from Aster, who has worked with dwarves, does anybody have any skills in identifying archaeology or anything like that, or old ruins, or?
I speak dwarf, but that's it.
Is
Okay.
this associated to the criminal underground?
No. Dwarven society tends to be on the up and up for the most part.
I only have a +1 to history.
Would this be a magical or religious bridge?
No.
Okay.
All right, so if you look under the bridge there, as you guys get closer, it looks like a regular bridge as you come around the corner, but as you come to facing it and seeing the actual flatwork for where you guys are going to be rolling onto, the slats that should be there are missing. And as you
Like
guys
all
look
of them?
like all of them. So if you
Oh.
look way to the far side, you can see, okay, there's a stack. You can see the floor there, the boards themselves are like pulled up, like layered.
Mm.
And if you look underneath the bridge, you can see there's a bunch of cabling that something over there, it looks like, activates it, that you have to basically pull these things and they run along a rail system and re-engage. This is definitely not made by the goblins. You can tell it's old. Aster, because of your time with the dwarves and the time you've spent in both dwarven, well, not society necessarily, but dwarven ruins, studying with the dwarves, just talking with them, going through a lot of the stuff, you were aware that this bridge is definitely a dwarven construct. You've seen things like this in books before where they quite frequently tend to not necessarily booby trap, but limit capacity to travel around their mines and dungeons and underground towns, because this is an easy way for them to cut off
Right.
enemy forces, things like that, from getting into their main cities. So you've seen these things before. And like I said, you know that there's probably something on the other side that will allow you to draw the slats out or run them down the rail so that you will actually be able to ride across or walk across this. However, the only way to get across this is
Someone on that
Somebody has to
High
basically
wire.
climb along the. Who's feeling like dying?
Oh, well,
I'm projecting.
my character is gonna say, so there's good news and bad news. The slats are there and we can get across. The bad news is someone has to cross first without them to release a latch or something that'll help the rest of us. Caliph, you're small. Do you think you could crawl across?
AJ's going to AJ's going to start to take off his robe and divest himself of some of his weapons. He's going to keep 2 daggers on him, and
Nice.
he's just going to quietly say, "I'll go."
Ooh.
What do you want there, Raph?
While this is great, it is an extremely long way down. Is there anything you would like to do to?
Oh, has anybody got any? So AJ will turn around and be like, "Anybody have any rope?"
So
It's
there's
approximately 80
nothing
feet
like
across.
suspending or anything like that. It's not like it's like a rope and then like it's just like a contraption that like
I
like the
I
slats,
do have
or-
these manacles.
I have
There's-
those too.
Like if you
Why
if you put
do you
one
wanna
around
make
the
those
rope
manacles
and
are that
another
long?
around your hand, it might help.
So the
Uh,
sides of this, you can see the cables are there that
Yeah.
you can utilize as a stable platform to kind of rope around. But it would be good to have something like a Swiss seat, or because if
I've
you
got-
fall here, you're level 1. I'm not gonna lie.
You gonna die?
You're gonna die.
I've got 50 feet of hempen rope, and Ribbon will kind of dig it out of his bag. And at the same time, he'll be, do you see how inconvenient this is, Alan? This could have been a simple solution, Alan. And he's like digging out rope,
What would the
So
simple solution have
AJ's
been?
flying.
Yeah, I was going to say if AJ or if Alan had
Nice.
wings.
Well, he does
Um,
have wings. He just
So
Yeah. So
How far is this?
Ribbon will
it's about 80 feet across there, Chayse.
Ribbon will pull out 50 feet of rope. He'll hand it out. He's like, my sincerest apologies, but Alan doesn't, and he'll hand you the rope.
my thought
Alan.
is to tie it off like to the side of the bridge or whatever at the beginning,
Mhm.
where everyone else will have access to it, and then kind of go a little bit past half, secure myself, have them untie it, and I'll pull the rope over, tie it around like one of the center supports kind of thing, and then make my way to the other side.
All right.
Making
That's
your
sort
way
of my thought.
Well, if those things go all the way, like if those cables cable all the way,
They do.
like you could loop it over the cables and then tie yourself to that. So even if you were to fall, you would just be hanging off the cable with the rope, and you would have all the rope with you.
That is an effective way to do it. And I feel like with your background there, AJ, tying off something like a Swiss seat would be
Easy.
an easy task for you. It's something that you've probably done before. So
Definitely in my bondage class. So what do you what do you what do you need to see? What roll do you want?
let's see. Give me a. I'm going to say a sleight of hand.
For getting across, not like acrobatics.
No,
or,
this
like,
is for tying
athletics or something?
his harness.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I.
That is a 19 plus sleight of hand plus 7, so 26.
It feels good and secure on you. You ready to make it across?
Okay.
I'm gonna need
I'm ready to roll.
I need 3 rolls from you.
Hold
So I'm
on,
gonna
hold on.
need-
Before
Okay.
AJ steps off, Aiden has already taken out his goblet. He's filled it with some of that fine elven wine that we availed ourselves of.
Last drink for a man dying? Okay.
And I'm I gotta come over and say, Traveler, before you step off into dangerous unknowns, let me give you a quick blessing, and I will dip my fingers in my wine, and I will just like on him, and
Anoint him?
basically all of the dark shit that Dave had said, I'm going to offer a counterpoint to. It's like, may lightness affect your body, your soul. May it lift the burden of the toilsome task that you proceed to undertake. And he's just, like, by the end of it, he's just fucking covered in speckles of fucking wine. and then I'll wrap it up at the end with a Zimzalabimba Basila Doozla Dimba, and then like some sort of like multi-pointed anointment, and then you may carry on.
Do you actually cast something on him?
No.
Not even like guidance?
Nope.
Yet.
Hear me out, though. Does AJ think something was cast on them, though?
I don't know. Would I have felt anything?
Does
Or
Aiden think something was cast on him? That's the question.
Yeah.
Give me an
He thinks
insight.
wine
there.
was cast on him.
Give me an insight there, Aiden.
Right? Being
Or
like,
not
maybe
Aiden,
this is
AJ.
like a spell that I don't know.
Insight. So that was a 10. I got an 11.
You, as far as you're aware, you have some kind of bonus
You've been
to.
blessed.
You're feeling more nimble, more quick. You're ready for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you've got
All
a
right.
harness on now and you have tied off to the bridge and you think it was effective, the
You've
good
been
news is
blessed.
the DC is going to be lower for this, so that's the good news. But I'm going to have you roll 3. You can either do Dex or Acrobatics checks as you cross this.
Okay, acrobatics for sure, because I have a good plus. So that one is a 14.
Okay, you keep going, you make it to the middle. Give me another one.
Ooh, 28.
Okay, you basically skip along the second part there, making it look easy.
And that one was 17.
17. All right, you make it to the far side without incident. Upon arriving there, give me a, what was I looking for? Investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, I got good stat on that one too. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. You very, very quickly ascertain there seems to be a braking device, and then there is a counterweight. You can't see it from the other side, but you can see it now that you're here. There is actually a giant turn wheel that you use to wind the flooring of the thing back up, and it's up at the top right now. And when you release this brake, under control, you figured out because you got such a high roll, it will slowly pull the floor out and down across you. The brake, however, is very, very tight. It is very, very hard. You've fiddled with it a little bit, and you don't seem to be able to move it very easily. So what I'm going to need is a strength check from you to see if you can do this.
Important question.
Shoot.
Is this bridge wide enough for the wagon?
It is. It is perfectly aligned for. You can see that there are actually like marks on the far side of the boards because they're leaned up and faced towards you. There are actually lines in the metal flooring for tracks to go into, or the average wagon cart wheels to go into.
I rolled a 15.
15. You reef on this thing and you cannot get it to release.
Oh.
It
That's
is.
unfortunate.
It is in there tight. What do you want to do?
She said.
What's happening over there?
Is there anything, a stick or anything like that I can use for like mechanical leverage or whatever to apply on this brake?
There's nothing over here that is like of a significant size that's laying on the ground. And with the 2 daggers you brought over, you're not going to be able to cut down a thick enough something to use as a pry bar.
Yeah.
Aiden's gonna reach into his pack and like pull out a crowbar and be like, "This would have come in very handy for that young man on the other side."
I'm gonna yell back. I need someone else to help me. Someone else come across.
Kalis is going to loud sigh.
Would you like a blessing as well, little one?
Do not touch me.
Do I see? Do I see everyone kind of like not super volunteering or anything
no,
like that? They're all
Caleb
just
is,
kind of
like,
looking at each other?
Stretching, just kind of like getting like a quick lumber up. I'm gonna take. I have a few nets now, I guess. I'm gonna take one of my nets and I'm just gonna like drape it underneath of the cable. So if I fall, I'm like holding both sides of it and I'll basically just like flip and like catch myself.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Yeah, no,
like
that makes sense.
it's
Going
the
underneath.
net's over the top. So
No,
you can kind
underneath.
of like slide.
No. So
Oh.
if I slip, I'm still holding onto things. Like there's still going to be. I am a circle. Now, hear me out. The cable
Okay.
is a stick.
Over
The
the
stick
net,
is going.
over top, and she's going to hold on to it
That's what I was thinking.
like a yoke.
yeah, like
Okay.
she can
No,
slide.
I'm not going to
across.
slide on it. I'm going to walk across the cable.
Oh,
So I'm going to have one side of the net. The net's going to go
Under.
underneath the cable, and I'm going to be holding the other one.
Oh, well, you do realize that
So
there
if
are
she
like,
falls.
but there's also, if you look, there are cross cables that come down that would stop that from moving forward each time.
oh,
Then how did he tie himself off?
He had a Swiss seat and he would throw the rope over, slide a ways, and then slap it back over again each time. Right? That's why there was the 3 checks.
can we?
Can't
can
I
we
just
help
throw it
her?
back over?
Can we help her create a new one of those? I've got 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, you can make another Swiss seat. You saw AJ do his.
Yeah.
So
Expertly, I may add.
it's like he's done this before.
Hmm.
He's into a little BDSM apparently. He's got those knots down to a fine science. Shibari.
I will aid Caliph in trying to make one of those because I was watching when he did it.
Okay,
You
so
said that was sleight of hand?
yeah, sleight of hand is you roll that? Okay. I was going to give you a +2 to Aster, but 17 is good. Well, you'll find out if
19.
it's good enough. Yeah. Okay. So now I need 3 dexterity or acrobatics checks to make it across.
Do you see that, Alan? You should be embarrassed. They don't even have wings, Alan.
18.
Alan's ears wrinkle back and he just kind of snorts at you.
First one
What'd
is
you roll there,
18.
Chase?
18.
18? Okay, so you easily make it down the first stretch of this.
Oh,
The second one?
after
Really good. I
after
need to
she's
keep using
passed the
this
first
dice.
barrier, Aiden will call back from our side, still holding the crowbar, and was like, "Is it too late to throw this to you?
Do not throw anything.
It's 40 feet.
Back into the bag, I suppose."
Oh, I was hoping he was going to throw it. I wanted to watch his crowbar thunder into this spell. All right.
Second one was a
Okay.
24.
Nice.
Third roll is a 25.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wait, I did really good. Kayla's unfussed. Just
So
right
AJ, it kind of made this look easy. Caliph makes him look like a rank amateur going across this.
Nice.
Just like spinning and bouncing on the cable, and with her lightweight, it's barely moving anything at all. And she just streaks across this. So what I need you guys to do now is you can both make a strength check, and it will be added together in order to assist with
I was
releasing the
gonna
break.
say, can I not use like my war pick to like help out with leverage?
War pick.
I'll give you advantage on it.
Goodness.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Strength check.
Yeah.
Well, good thing. Oh,
have
I
advantage.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
rolled
Oh, we
an
have
8 and an
advantage?
18. So
Well, she
with
had
my +2
advantage.
to
You
strength, it's
She used her war pick,
20.
so. So with a rusty
Combined 40.
combined 40, you betcha. With a rusty, angry screech, this break releases, and you watch as this giant rock kind of like shudders and releases and starts to release or descend at an extremely high rate of speed. Because are either of you holding on to the brake after it's gone off?
I think AJ would have, yeah.
Okay, so you realize that this thing is a friction brake, so you actually have to manage how fast it's going down. You can't just let it go.
I feel like Kayla's would have just
Hold
hit
back,
it and
reach
not been
back
holding
on it.
anything.
Well, AJ's
I
it
feel
only
like
takes
you
one
could
person. It was
let
just
it go.
unlocking it that it took two people because it was basically stuck into position.
Is that coming really fast to you?
And yeah, you guys watch as the metal slats run down trundles that are basically on the side, and you can hear this thing because like every wheel on this thing, every bearing is rustier than hell. You don't think the goblins have been using this? You're
So
not
this is
positive.
loud, though, is what I'm hearing.
It screeches across this track and slams into the far bank, and you watch as the last one slams in. I don't know if you guys have ever watched bricklayers who can lay like a whole bunch of bricks at once, and then they tap the one side and they all. That's basically what happens. These boards fucking slap in against each other. There's the tolerances on are less than a millimeter. Like it is amazing how tightly laid this thing is with how old it is. It's still functioning in such
Dwarven engineering.
You betcha. The dwarves are again just proving how incredible they are at doing the things, and it slaps into place and shudders to a stillness, and the silence that follows is thunderous, as every bird and animal in the area is startled and runs away. But the bridge is across now.
Well, that's good.
I think they know we're coming.
You're 12 hours ahead.
Good point.
Well, with how loud this is, Caliph is going to immediately kind of get into a defensive stance, just waiting for something to pop out.
What do the rest of you do?
I start preparing the wagon to go in those grooves.
Okay. Well, it's
AJ's going to see Keyleth's response, and I'm going to immediately go on high alert and drop both my daggers.
Drop both your daggers?
Draw.
Oh, okay. It's like that's
Right over the side. Flip.
Yeah.
There's a difference between drop and throw, you know.
Yep, that's a long way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get to see something fly, but it won't be Alan.
I absolutely fucking loved when Glenn did that to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Glenn.
Hey,
Hi,
Glenn.
Glenn.
So yes, you guys start moving the wagon across. Nothing.
Would you say that they were making their way, Raph?
Are making their way that bridge. They're crossing the expanse. As you guys are doing this, Aster, give me a insight. History check, please.
History.
History.
Okay, what do I got for history?
You're the only one who
A
seems to have...
nat 20 plus 1.
Okay, so 21. You recognize a lot of the symbols on the side of this bridge as Dwarven. When you get to the far side, you can see there's actually an instruction manual in Dwarven.
That would have been handy earlier.
Yeah, Matt just wasn't looking for it, so his perception was on the break. Anyways, you also notice that there are a couple of family symbols that you recognize from some of the research that Gundren had you doing. So somebody has been in this area before as a dwarf, and it's not something that Gundren was aware of.
Oh.
He is not aware that there was. They knew there was a dwarven presence at the forge, but he didn't know how far or wide-ranging the dwarves were in this area at that time. So this.
Do I recognize which family?
No, because the family names here are unknown to you.
Okay.
But you can. I'll send you some glyphs later on for.
Okay.
All right. So
Got it.
you guys make it across the bridge, and you carry on. You can see that you're moving into not necessarily mountainous territory, but it's definitely significant hills. You can hear water running heavily. You can see the river at the bottom of this ravine is very fast flowing. So even if you guys had found another way across here or around here, unless there was a bridge, then the oxen and the wagon most likely would not have been able to cross. So good on you for that. So for solving this and finding 2 of the 3 booby traps without getting shanghaied.
Concussed?
Well, somebody got concussed, and then there was a massive speech.
Will you all level up?
You guys get to level up to level 2. So you guys will get
was
the
my
second
choice.
hit dice of hit points. So you can roll if you guys want, I don't care where you roll them. You can do it in roll 20, or you can just do it with your own dice. Remember, it's your dice plus your con modifier. But when you roll the dice, if it's below half of what you should get, then you should get half plus 1. Okay? So if you have a D8 before, then you
Do
would
we
get
want to
a...
roll off?
What?
Wait. How do you know? Oh, I see. 1d8.
Yes. So
Do
if you
we want to roll off?
roll off what?
Like we did on
Arcane dice.
Dungeon Crawl.
I think we'll just, for this one, we'll stick with regular. Maybe for level 3, we'll do that.
Whoever's got the highest one. Yeah.
So as well, and this will only really affect... well, actually, no. Riven, when you go to level 2, do you get spell slots?
I'm looking here.
As a paladin?
First level spells plus bonus spell lookup. Spells known all on the class list. First level bonus spells 0. So I just got to double check. I don't think I do. I think I get my
Paladins
spells
level 3.
level 3. Let me.
Okay.
Do
All
our
right.
companions level 2?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Come on now. Oinker's already pretty fucking
Yeah,
stacked.
he's pretty
It's-
awesome.
Yeah. Paladin class details.
If we had damage when we level up, is that lost?
No, you stay with that damage, but you will get your second hit
Oh.
dice. So you will
I do.
increase. your
I
hit
get
points.
2 spell slots.
Okay.
Oh, I got
You won't get any spells because you
nothing.
haven't rested long yet.
Spell casting, divine spite,
I don't think I
and
get anything
a
either.
fighting style.
I think you're gonna have to wait for your divine smite until you rest.
Yeah.
That seems. The Raven Queen needs to have a chat with you. So,
Ooh.
Generate my spell sheet.
but for Morley, you will get your extra spell slots. But if you go to second level spells, you will not have access to them yet.
Roger that.
So you'll have, if you have second level spell slots now, you can use those with your first level spells. Copacetic?
We get Channel Divinity and Divine Domain feature.
Fantastic. Okay. Does anybody else get anything significant at level 2 that we need to?
I'm just looking in the player's handbook.
I literally only got hit points.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are a fighter. That's
Also, just a point to note, when Aiden crosses the bridge, I'm going to tie a blindfold around myself and just put a hand on the edge of the bridge, and I'm going to walk
Ooh, level
totally calmly,
2.
nonchalant, all the way across.
So
okay.
Aiden is scared
Ooh,
of
I get
heights.
cunning action.
Not
Yeah, so do I.
specifically about the heights.
I
I
figured.
do not enjoy the feeling of falling, and if I don't see it, then I'll never feel it.
It's not the falling that worries me. It's the sudden stop at the end.
At that
right.
point, it's Mox Nix, right?
So does anybody else get any stuff at level 2? I heard, what was that there, Kat, you said?
Cunning action.
Cunning act.
Okay,
And
can
I
you
think
speak through that?
so starting at second level, your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used to take dash, disengage, or hide.
Okay.
I think you guys know my class now.
What?
Well, if you get that, then somebody else gets that too, I think.
Someone else gets that. Matt, I think.
Does anybody else get any
No, I
significant?
just got hit points.
Just hit points?
You're not rogue? Ish?
I
You're
don't know.
roguish.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
So we got Riven. You got spell slots.
Yes, 2.
Okay, because you've used your lay on hands to heal,
Right?
I'm going to give you access to your first level spells for healing because you've used that. So if you have a spell at first level that you can use for healing, you will have access to it.
Okay.
That's it for now.
Defense, great weapon, interception.
And you'll have to wait till a long rest for your smite.
And I have to pick a spell or a fighting style.
As a paladin?
Second level. Pick a fighting style.
All right, pick a fighting style. What are you picking?
Okay. I'm going to pick fighting style Blessed Warrior. Blessed Warrior, which gives me 2 cantrips of my choice from the cleric spell list.
That's so. If they're healing spells, you can use them. If they're not, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else get anything? No.
No, just the channel divinity and divine domain, but I'll do that off.
Okay. All right. So you guys move forward after crossing the bridge. Are you going to leave the bridge in its current position, or are you going to attempt to retract it?
No, if there's goblins in the area, AJ's thought process is let's not make it easier for them, and we're going to bring it back to this side.
All right. So there's the giant wheel, and you can see there's positions for most likely people to get on both sides of this thing to spin it.
Okay.
And it's going to take a significant amount of strength, you can tell already, to haul this back up. So one of you is not going to be enough.
Guarding my back. Yeah. Who?
still being
AJ's just going
squirrely.
to say to the group. Yeah. AJ's just going to say to the group, "Who wants to give me a hand with this?"
Astro will step down off of Winker there and help.
All right, so I need a strength check from both of you again.
Okay.
And you can combine strength score to spin it. We're going to do this 3 times.
Mine was, I got 18.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Okay, so the first batch you guys are easily able to wind up. Give me a second one.
Ooh, next one is a 22.
Only an 11 that time.
Oh, okay.
I got a kink.
As you guys are winding up the second batch, Aster's
Only on our
shoulder
Patreon content.
twinges, and it starts to reverse course. So somebody wanted to help.
Oh!
Anybody?
Riven will help out.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Rolling
Riven, give me a insight check.
insight check. What is that going to go? That's going to be continue. Close. That's going to be a 15.
Okay, you realize that as they're winding this up, if somebody was to utilize the brake every time they did a heave and you then braked, it would make their life a lot easier.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right.
Well, I let them know that.
Well, you can tell them. Let's hear it.
Right? I do. The brake. We must use the brake while we do this.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
As they shudder as the wheel starts to reverse on them. You gonna grab the brake there, Riven?
Yeah, I'll grab the brake.
All right. So for the next, I need, because that last one you had a little bit of a reversal at the top. I need 2 more strength checks, but this time you'll have advantage with.
Yes.
Am I throwing the strength
17 and a 19
as well?
21.
No. You don't need to do a strength check there. You're literally just pulling on this bar that's slowing. It's the friction lock on the cabling. So,
Right.
All right. So that one was good. So give me one more.
Get a 19 and an 11, so 19.
15.
Perfect. Okay. So you guys are able to wind it to the top.
Sorry. 18.
And as you guys get to the top, as you're heaving the last little bit, you actually hear As the flooring finalizes up and angles in against the side there by the entrance, you hear a loud clicking noise, and Riven's brake becomes basically solid and locked again, that he can't move it. So it is locked back in place. And it was very, very noisy and squealy as you guys were doing this, by the way. You guys want to do anything else?
I mean, we've broken stealth so many times, it doesn't matter. Right?
I didn't mean stealth. I mean, is there anything else you want to do here? Look around, see what's there.
I'll have a quick peek, see if there's anything written in Dwarvish that might call our attention.
So you can see where there is along the one side, there's literally like the panel of instructions for operating this in Dwarvish. It's not really straightforward because the dwarves were known for their meandering when they were kind of giving instructions to other people, so that it kind of loses track for some folk. But there are also several, like, you can see they're not gems, but they're like kind of like keystones, I guess you would call them, kind of mounted in the side. They're not really a requirement of this thing to operate. It's just kind of an author's or a creator's signature that they've got here. So you can see that they've all been like hand mounted on this thing with a brass pin through the center of it. That would probably be pretty easy to kind of like flip up and take if you wanted to.
While he's doing that, I'm going to look for continuing tracks to pick up the trail.
Oh, it's easy to see on this side. You can see where the goblins have climbed across this thing. You can see they've come across none of you guys actually look down into the ravine, but you can see there's a couple of fucking goblins splattered at the bottom as well. Like, not all of them are super agile, so some of them have taken some flying lessons.
But Gundren isn't among them.
No Gundren. But otherwise, you can see where they have tracks in the dirt where they have like jumped off the cabling and stuff like that at the top and landed. You can see like mucky footprints everywhere, kind of thing for where they were. But you don't see any other goblins around here. But there's an easy trail leading away from this. They were not subtle, shall we say?
Okay.
Because AJ speaks Dwarven, would he understand or recognize the significance of defacing the instructions and stealing those gems?
This wouldn't be just defacing it. These are just literally like signature blocks.
How easy is it for me to try them out?
Oh, it's pretty easy. It's literally just like a copper or brass pin in the center that you just like turn, and then they slide off.
Okay. AJ's going to pocket all of them, so you can.
Okay, so you get 3 Dwarven rune signatures.
Aster just kind of cocks an eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Well, if they wanted them to stay there, they should have signed it better.
3 Dwarven signatures.
Okay. All right. What do you guys do?
I get back on Lord Gundren. And then I'll say to Lord Gundren, Lord Chandral.
This isn't the Patreon cat. Come on now.
I get those two mixed up sometimes. I'll say to AJ, did you want to ride Lady Lambchops, or are you gonna continue on foot?
Yeah, I'll definitely hop on the steed.
Okay. All right. Well, again, because of the wagon, you're still going about a slower speed, so you will still have the ability to look for stuff ahead of you, but you're going to have a little bit of a penalty if you're looking for traps from there. Cool?
Sure.
All right.
How can there be traps after this bridge? I mean, who's going to get past that?
Well, all the goblins do. Well, most of the goblins do.
We did.
That's because we're smart.
SMRT.
Smart.
All right. So you guys carry on moving forward through the woods. Is it the same order of march? AJ and
Probably.
Aster at the front.
Caleb will climb back into the back of the wagon.
Caliph back into the wagon, and Aiden and Riven at the rear.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So you
Still
guys
with
carry on.
Still with Aiden like attached to his to Alan.
Still holding the moral high ground after Alan got a concussion. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who are Kat and Matt? Are you guys still looking like sky and ground kind of thing?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So give me a perception check as you guys are moving through the woods again.
Or do I still have
God damn
advantage?
Yes, you do.
Well,
I
I
rolled a
rolled
4.
2 16s and I have a +4, so
2
Not
16s,
dirty 20s.
dirty 20s. Okay,
I rolled a 4.
a 4. Well, didn't you look at the? I thought you looked at the trap with Cat.
4 on the floor. You
So
get
should have
advantage too.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys took a look at it and you saw how they
Yeah.
tended
How they
to
were
build their
constructed.
traps.
That makes it a 5.
Awesome.
Well,
All
it's
right,
an
so-
improvement, right?
Maybe get off the mount.
Well, all right. So as you guys are traveling down, the
Still listening. I'll be right back.
okay. Sorry, I just saw you were looking to do something. So, as you guys are proceeding down the trail, AJ steps onto a panel, and as he does so, there's a small.
Click.
You hear a click, but it sounds like a glass vial breaking, and there's a hissing noise, and then one of the trees on the trail falls, but
Oh.
it falls right where AJ is riding with his horse. So a
How-
large tree.
I mean, trees take a second to fall. They kind of crack and
You're not wrong. So that's why he's gonna have to make a dex save to see if he can avoid this.
What about the horse?
Well, he's on the horse, so he's gonna.
I'm just, how close are we? I'm just wondering if I could smack his horse's butt to help it get faster.
Well, if you do that, we will give
Then
him
I'm in danger.
advantage. No.
Yeah,
give him
I
advantage.
think I would do that. I would like lurch forward and smack his horse's butt so it'll.
Hamul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for AJ to come back from wherever he's gone to.
Of course, it's his turn.
Me,
Of course.
me, 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 me.
I
Oh, Matt.
I turn back to Aiden and be like, "What was with that blessing?"
Sorry, I was changing my laundry.
Sorry, it's fair.
Perception.
Do you
Yeah.
require
Laundry.
one of my
No, I don't need
special
perception now.
blessings?
I need you to make a
What do you
dex
need,
save.
Jay?
Dex. A tree's falling on
Oh,
you.
dex save.
I need to see if you're fast
I'm
enough to
super dexy.
realize that something bad is happening.
I'm super dexy. That is 22.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
with the advantage or?
Oh, no, that's not with advantage.
I smacked
That is
your
a
horse's
22.
butt.
You need,
Yeah.
I mean, that dice, it's just doing the same thing over again.
Well,
All right.
it was a 15 and a 7,
So-
but I have a +5 to dex, so or +7 to
Aster
dex.
senses the danger before AJ realizes what's going on, and with a slap to the horse's ass and AJ's reflexes kicking in hardcore, he gives the filly some heels to the guts, and they run out of the way as this large tree thunders down, smashes against the ground, and then when those trees hit super hard and then they bounce over, it carries on off the trail and kind of rolls down, and often you can see it fucking plunge into the ravine afterwards. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just gonna turn back to Aster and just be like, "My apologies. I must be tired. I'm not seeing very well."
Oh, we'll help each other here. I got your back.
From the back, Aiden will dip his fingers in his cup of wine again and sprints it in his directions and just shout out like, blessings! Blessings to everybody! Consecrated droplets.
You're wasting that wine. Wow.
I'm not dipping much.
He's just drinking the rest as he's
He's just mimicking consecrated droplets, but
Right.
he's spitting on
Right.
people. Yeah.
Well, I will catch the bits that are in my beard and I will use
Oh.
those.
those are nasty.
Beard remnants for blessings. Truly a inspired and divine individual.
Mm.
It's a personal touch.
Do you guys just carry on?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
again, making note of that kind of trap.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got
we got
advantage.
somewhere to go.
Can't get any more advantage, but okay.
No,
All right.
I know.
And is it still Aster and AJ?
Yep.
Okay, so
got
give
this.
me one more perception check here.
Perception. Ooh, 22.
It's 1522.
Oh wow, Jesus. Okay, you guys easily spot as you guys are rolling through. You spot there's a string line with again another string line on the ground, and attached to this string line are two bottles that appear designed to basically release, drop, and smash on the ground. You're not sure what they do,
Ooh,
but
I'm going to suppose. I wonder if that's some kind of acid. Might be useful to retrieve those. I'm just gonna say to
Or
AJ.
flame. Yeah, or flame. Can we suss out how to disable the trap while getting the bottles unbroken?
yeah, if somebody was to climb up the tree and cut the line strategically somewhere, they would most likely swing and dangle. But you'd have to be careful, like when you release the line up at the top, you'd have to like aim it so when it swings, it doesn't smash into a tree or something else. The vials look
Done.
fairly
AJ's gonna climb up.
light.
Where do we
Razzle.
know where the trigger for that is?
Yeah, it's just that there's a trip line on the ground.
Okay.
Jay sussed that bad boy out.
Trigger is
What did you
pronouns.
What did you want? Like athletics or acrobatics?
Oh, for climbing? Or for...
Yeah.
So for the climbing, I'm going to need an acrobatics.
Acrobatics. I got a 21.
Well, that's easy then for you. You scuttle up the tree like a spider in its own web, easily
I'm
making your
gonna
way
be
up.
like underneath, ready to catch it just in case. But
Okay, you can try.
I mean, if it falls.
Not as AJ, but as Matt. Can you make sure you have your mouth open, like you're just concentrating? Like,
Well, I mean, you're only level 2 once. All right, so Matt, now what I want is let's say a sleight of hand for making this swing without smashing them into anything.
Really is something that could fly right about now.
I get a 17 plus a 7 is 24.
Okay, so you easily swing it. You watch as the rope kind of like swings down, and as soon as that's done, Cat on the ground or Aster on the ground can grab where the release was and just like slowly release it, like ease it out, so these bottles come tinkling down out of the trees.
Sweet. Can I'll climb back down. Can we crack open one of the bottles to see what it is, or before we crack it open, can we look at it and try and suss out what we think it would
You
be?
gotta do this.
The wafting.
The waft.
So looking at these bottles, they are sealed with, it looks similar to wax, but it's much harder. It's almost like some kind of amber. And inside of the bottle, you can see it's a orangish yellow liquid that it's you can see every once in a while it just bubbles on its own, like, and you see like a little of it, and you could swear you see flames, but it's hard to tell because the inside of the top of the bottle where there's that air pocket or air space is fairly charbroiled, shall we say. It's burnt on the inside.
Would any of us recognize it?
I think Matt would be able to. Matt, you can make me an insight.
That is a 5 plus. Where's my insight? So that is 6.
You're sure this is a healing potion? No, I'm kidding. You are unsure what this is, but it looks dangerous. And seeing how it was laid as a trap, it's probably not anything good. But you were unsure what it is. Does anybody else have any background in working with chemicals?
No, 100%.
All right, what have you got there?
I do. Oh, I got to roll. What? Medicine? Is it medicine?
I'd ask for insight. This is from
insight.
your past, right? We're looking for.
Yeah. 9.
Yeah, again, like it feels like you should know what this is, but it's just not quite ringing a clear bell in your brain. You're
This is dangerous. I'm not sure what it is. Let's just keep it for later. Maybe we can figure it out.
Morley, you got your hand up. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'd like to volunteer Aiden as tribute to figure this thing out.
You're gonna make a.
Don't drink it.
Ooh, it was a good roll. Is it a investigation?
No, it's an insight.
Insight. I have a +7 to insight.
Okay.
Jesus.
So it's a 21.
That's pretty good.
We found something he's good at, guys.
So, with your most recent misadventure in a certain woman's house and husband arriving home, you've seen this stuff up close and personal because some of it was lobbed at you. You know that this stuff is alchemist fire.
Oh, from like all the way back there, still on my horse. I'm gonna cup a hand and I'm gonna say, it looks a little like alchemist's fire. If I possibly bring it a little closer, but I'm almost positive. Also, I wouldn't drop it if I was you.
Would be a poor choice.
Right.
All right, so if you guys want, you can look that up. So it is a simple item that can be thrown. It has a range of 20-60. The save is dexterity, and the damage is 1d4. And it stays on them until they make that save. So they will continue burning and take 1d4 damage every round until they make a DC 10 dex save.
I will bring it to Kaylith and ask her to inventory it.
I'm going to keep one.
Oh, okay. I'll just bring the one that I had to Kaylith.
All right, so AJ, you can
Please
stick
add
one
this
in.
to our inventory list.
Kaylith, you can either stick it into the wagon or you can put it into your gear. It's up to you.
It'll just go into the wagon.
Okay.
Oh.
Just like rolling around in there, possibly between
I'll
like 2
pack
and
it up
6.
nice.
There's
If
several
things that are
cases
moving
of
around, it'll annoy me too much.
There's several cases of other like not necessarily potions but
Put it
liquids and
next to
things
the
like that.
fireworks.
Put it, yeah, perfect. Yeah, the kegs of black powder and stuff. Yeah, perfect choice. But yeah, it's there's lots of boxes that have bottles of wine and things like that in it, so you can easily stick it in there with a straw to pat it and protect it. But yeah, AJ, you've got one stuck in. Do you have a bag right now? Because yours is missing. So you got a pocket. Just gonna tie it off.
One of my bags is missing, but I think I probably have some stuff. And it only does 1d4.
1d4, but it stays on until they make the dex save. So it will continue burning each round, right? But yes, it's only 1d4.
I remember Corey using this recently.
Well, I'm not sure.
It doesn't work very well on druids.
They're just using it effectively.
Attempting to use it.
Right?
Effectively was not achieved.
Over there.
No.
Over there. Over there.
Don't get me started.
There we go. All right. So you guys are going to carry on, I'm assuming?
Going to carry on.
Carry on my way.
Gonna get up back on Lord Chandral.
All right. Where's
Keeps on calling me.
I got to go to where is it?
Road. That's where I'll always be. Every stop I make,
there we are.
I make a new friend.
Is this our new theme song?
It's from the list Hobo.
Definitely not. All right. So as you guys move further down the trail, you don't run into any more traps, but you begin to approach an area and you can hear the sound of water, and a small creek develops It's not super large. It's definitely not like fast moving or anything like that. Easy
Well,
enough.
obviously, the secret room is behind the waterfall.
Well, all secret rooms are behind waterfalls. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Right.
that's given.
That's a given. But as you're moving into this area, how are you moving into this area? You can see that there is detritus, if that's how you pronounce it, debris. There's like, you can see there's parts of wagons here, like just kind of like strewn about. It feels an awful lot like you're getting to an area that maybe there's stuff around here. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to approach this?
Well, let's start with a perception check.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Let's perceive the area around us. Let's see what my perception is. Okay.
Active.
Not very good. It's 9. I don't. Maybe I'm more concerned about Alan's concussion, but 9.
Okay, does anybody else
See
roll?
the 9.
20.
Ooh,
Plus
what's your
Oh,
plus 24? So, Riven's at the back of the wagon, so he's having a little bit more trouble seeing anything.
All right.
But Cat up at the front, and I'll get you guys. You can move yourselves into positions as you're going through here. As you guys move towards the base of the small waterfall and creek coming out of this rock face, Cat, you hear noise coming from the bush over here. It's not loud. It's not significant, but something sets off your danger sense that there's something odd about that over there.
So I'm gonna put my right hand up and I'm gonna point to the sound with my left, so everyone can kind of put their attention towards the sound.
Okay.
Aiden will start trying to pour his goblet back into the bottle. 'Cause
I cannot move my character.
You can't move your character?
feels like it's
No.
Hold on a second.
Nor can I
like
move
things are
mine.
about to get spicy.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me-
Hold on.
Hold on, just Shakai, just
Oh, okay. Now I can move my guy.
okay.
Where's
Aster,
my-
can you move yours?
Hold on. Can I? No.
Okay, hold on.
I've just moved the
Apparently.
map.
Weird, didn't save that.
I can.
You can move yours?
Ooh.
Nice. So can Aiden.
Okay,
Oh.
hold on a
Someone moved
second.
mine. Thank you.
Oh. I would have thought that I'd be able to change my character portrait, but I cannot.
Oh, I can move mine. It was just I was using the hand, not the arrow. Not bad.
So embarrassing.
Now, with the what's it?
Yes.
I was all concerned about finding my spells. Did we get our hit points, or do we have to wait for the long rest to get all our hit points?
No, you got the bonus hit points. You guys were supposed to roll, remember?
Yeah.
So you will add on to, if you were injured before, that injury
Right.
still exists, but you now have your second level hit points. So if you say you had 14 before, because that was your amount, and you roll I think yours is a D10 for Paladin,
Yeah.
or is it D12? D10.
It's
So
D10.
say,
Yeah.
So say you get the base amount, you get your 6 plus whatever, then you're going to increase, but you're still going to be short whatever you were injured before.
Right. Okay.
AJ, can your guy move? Can you?
Nope. I don't see. I don't have the
And Rickton's just chilling in the.
arrows on him.
Okay, hold on a second.
Is that how you spell Chandral? Man, I spelled it totally wrong.
Spell it however you want. You just gotta
I-
say it right.
I went with a CH.
How about now, Matt?
Oh, shh. It's a shh, not a ch.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, and we don't have to
I
worry about
believe it's a type
Ricky.
of mushroom.
Cat. You've got Oinker. Yeah.
I'm like on top of. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah, no,
Oinker, so we're
I'm
together.
just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Riven, you've got Alan. You can move him.
That. that.
I can move Ellen. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
And Riven has dismounted Alan.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So Aster has indicated that there is something beyond the bush over there, and has kind of indicated to be quiet. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to approach this and see what's going on over there?
How wide is this river?
It's not very wide. It's like 3 or 4 feet. It's very shallow as well. There is a waterfall coming off the top. There's a shelf above that water is coming off of. So again, there's a lot of noise here for water. It's very, very hard to hear.
AJ is going to go full stealth mode, and he wants to. I'm going to dismount. And I'm going to bound across into these bushes.
Okay.
And hide, but sort of scope out what's in the bushes.
Okay.
I think Aster.
Do you want to stealth for how well I do that?
Yes, I would like a stealth check. I need a stealth and then a perception.
Stealth. Okay. So my stealth is 26.
Beautiful.
And my perception is 10.
Okay, so you're having a hard time seeing through the bush. You can move forward, though, if you'd like to see if you can spot more stuff.
Yep. Okay.
Aster's going to go on Chandral to the other side of the river here, and then dismount with her rapier and indicate to Chandral to head up this way while she flanks.
Okay, are you going to make a stealth check, or are you just ramping in there?
No. Stealthily.
Okay, well, give me a stealth check.
Yeah. All right. 19 plus stuff.
Oof. Okay, so before you stumble out of
5.
those bushes,
24.
I'm going to move you back, or
Move me back.
perfect. Okay, so just before you stumble out of those bushes, as you're moving forward, give me a second here. I gotta these 2 guys. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. We don't like that.
I will not step out in that case yet.
You are immediately stopped dead in your tracks by the sound and smell of a couple of goblins who are, you would suspect they're supposed to be kind of keeping an eye out. There is a string hanging from the rock face behind this one goblin over here. And it runs in, and there's a hole burrowed in the rock. But you're not sure what the string does. But it is close by. It's between, or it's beside the one furthest away from you. And he's basically sitting, laying beside the rock, kind of half dozing, not really fucking paying attention. The other guy is over peeing on the bush over here. He's...
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to step back.
Are we rolling for initiative?
Not
I'm
yet.
going to step back and I'm going to wave the other 2 over, but with a quiet sound. A quiet, put my finger to my lips, be quiet and come here.
Yeah.
So I can, we can get in position.
Okay, so who are the other 2 you're doing this to?
To everyone on the other bank. I want everyone to come over to this bank. So I'm just going to wave everyone over, but indicate we should be quiet.
Aiden will walk normally, but have his finger over his lips.
Okay.
Does
so
Aiden speak Draconian?
Yeah.
Draconic, you mean?
Draconic, yeah. Does Aiden speak Draconic?
Nope. Common, Elvish,
Okay.
Sylvan, Dwarvish, Goblin.
Does Aiden speak this?
Riven will make his way over. He says something to Alan in Draconic. And he'll make his way over.
Okay, so Aiden, I need you to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Absolutely.
This.
Ooh.
I feel like that's already disadvantageous, but I'll roll again.
I was so bad.
Yeah. It was a 6 plus my stealth, so a 9 total.
All right.
Sigh.
Yeah, a little sigh.
However,
what I
my
have to work
rapier
with.
is drawn, so you have my sword out and my shushy
That's
finger
great.
up.
So is mine. It's aimed at you right now.
It's not my fault that nobody has decided to educate me on this nature.
I will
of battle.
educate you, sir.
I look forward to the education.
All right, what are you guys doing?
All right, so Riven's going to move forward. He's going to he's going to move forward. What has he got for movement? How many movements do I have? He can make it to.
You got lost.
He's going to come up to Shundral or Aster, I guess. Not Shundral, but Aster. He's going to move up to Aster. And Alan is going to, for lack of a better word, stay beside Aiden.
So as you approach, I'm gonna like do the eye thing and point to the line, and then point to the two guys. Yes. I know you.
Well,
Do
there's bushes. There's bushes in front of you here, so you can't see through anymore. So you can't see the line to point to them. You'd have to move forward. Like you were almost through the brush there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this
And
is a
then
pretty
you stopped.
significant bramble. Yeah,
All right.
and then you skulked back to the edge of the river to get to
So
everybody's attention.
I'll just indicate that there's two, and then I'll do this. Like there's a line and two, and then I'll point in the direction.
Aiden
Without
starts
saying
looking
anything.
for two things above him.
Of course.
Any two things. Could be two crows, two similar
so
clouds.
no actual words have been said
Nope.
or anything
Nope.
like that.
Nope. It's
Caleb
all in
is oblivious in the
silence.
back of the wagon right now.
Oh, you're in the back. We can't speak into your head. Did you notice people
Right.
leaving?
No.
She's hanging out with old Ricky there on the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
message. I could talk
You-
to them, but
you
I just,
could.
I could,
Really?
but I have shushy finger on, so I'm being very quiet.
You're not being very quiet. That's the problem.
No, I am being
That's
quiet. I'm
true.
not saying anything.
You still stumbled across the water there.
I mean, yes, but I'm not saying anything.
Then
Like
I'm
in a
gonna look at
library.
you and point to the
Oh,
wagon
Marion.
and do this.
So
How close
you
am
said
I?
you'll let me have my healing spells.
Yes.
Will you let me have cantrips?
Yes.
Are they healing cantrips?
No, they're just regular cantrips. That's part of my fighting style.
I know, but it's you haven't used an offensive spell yet.
Yeah.
Whereas you've used your lay on hands, which gave you. So if you have something like a healing a cantrip that's something like guidance, that's
Yeah.
non-offensive, like it's not going to attack, it's not going to cause damage, and it's similar to
Alright.
that where it's going to help someone. Yes,
And
not
no
no
smites.
damage yet, no smites yet.
Till I sleepy sleep.
You got to have a chat with the Raven Queen. Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
What are you guys doing? Master
Uh,
has indicated
We're
that there's
next round.
two potential bad guys on the far side of this. It's a fairly significant bramble. Like it's really, really thick.
So I'm
you
gonna-
can't see through
I'm
it
gonna-
anymore.
Wave everyone over and step forward. While I'm here, oh yeah, okay. I will step forward and up, so they've got space to come next to me.
Damn it!
right.
That's a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Chayse.
Are you going to perhaps indicate for certain members to have a little more fucking stealth?
I am going to re-indicate my shh to Aiden, but then I'm gonna. Jeez, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I want to smack Aiden right now.
Well,
I mean, you can.
Riven will
We're
come
close
forward.
enough now. You could like whisper in my ear if you want.
You're
What
not
is-
there. You're in the river
What is
right now.
what is the situation?
Well, you moved up again. Oh, I see.
Are you talking to Aster?
Yes.
Okay, so I need you two to make me a stealth check for whispering.
All right.
Here.
I'm hushing.
While
Now-
they're doing that, can
Is
I
it just the
sneak
whisper
through the
stealth check?
bushes and
Yeah, AJ,
head over
give
this
me
way?
a stealth check there, AJ. All right, you move over there. Hold on a second. Let me.
Oh, that's 23.
Okay, so you're good. Well,
I got a 16.
I got a 19 for stealth whispering.
Holy shit!
Mine is the Yetis.
But
Fucking stage whisper. Well done.
well, yeah, but I don't know, like, because I have heavy armor, it shouldn't affect my whisper.
I'll agree with
Boy,
that.
If
I'll
you
agree.
whisper to me first, I'll just gesture.
I'll agree that you still have a regular stealth for whispering. That's fair.
Yeah, right? Like, otherwise I'd have to roll disadvantage. But fuck, I am loving this new dice.
That's a good die. I like
Is it the new?
color, too.
Is it the new orange creamsicle?
It may be. I bought it for $1 today at the Geeky Fair at the old aviation museum. And
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
There was a geeky fair?
Is good.
yeah.
You went to a fair and you didn't invite any of us?
Right?
Yeah.
What a
I went the whole
Hey,
family.
dick move.
The whole
Question
thing.
question for everybody. Does anybody have any wants or needs from Calgary Comic Con
Yes.
next
Oh,
week?
I will text you a list.
Yeah,
Next week
shipping's going to be
already?
a bitch.
No.
Right.
I thought it was deeper into the summer. Am I time is
Edmonton's
No,
not until
so
September.
And
Really?
endish of April is Calgary's.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
So yeah, Riven's going to ask what the situation is.
And Aster's gonna point out the two dudes. The one is urinating the line, and the other guy who's just kind of standing around dumbfounded.
Hey, Aster, they're gone.
Oh, fuck! There were 3 guys there. Fuck! But is the line still there? Like that?
The line's there. Give me a perception
Okay.
check.
AJ, notice anything?
15.
You notice that the rope seems to be a little longer than the last time you saw it. And AJ, you're in thick bush. Like 70s bush.
Oh,
That's fine.
that's thick.
There is no man in a boat that you can see.
Do you want to make me a
Move
perception
up
check with
to-
disadvantage?
Here. Who, me?
Yeah, you. Before you moved it, but if you've moved there, are you moving or what are you doing here?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
No,
make your perception.
I'll make my perception. 13. 14.
14. You could swear you heard whispering or scuttling over in this direction.
They heard us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Splish Splash wasn't
Definitely gonna,
necessarily like
again,
the
just
most
sort of-
stealthy.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so as soon as you
double
move
down
over
and
there,
stealthily crawl over there.
I'm gonna need another stealth check from you because when you move over there,
26.
sorry, fantastic, you are still hidden, but you spot the two, and they are looking in this direction towards where Aster is hidden in the bush.
Okay.
They suspect there's something over by the river, and they're watching right now. But they both have bows ready. They are drawn back with arrows.
Okay, then what I'd like to do is stealthily creep up, and then can I attack with my sneak attack?
Absolutely. I will give you 1 round by yourself to make a strike.
Awesome.
Okay. So that is 16 plus. I don't know what my. I'm guessing if I'm going quiet, I should probably just use my dagger.
Well, there's two of them, so
I mean, if you have
Yeah,
a
but
crossbow
like-
or
do whatever
My
you want. Which
dagger and
weapon
my
you
hand
use?
crossbow. I'll go with the hand crossbow.
I mean, you can stick the sword
But
right
I'm
in the
also
back of
gonna
the dude's
pump-
skull. That's not going to stop you.
Yeah. No, I'm going to use my. No, I'll go dagger. Dagger. So I'm gonna try and come up to this guy here and sort of reach around from behind him and stab him in the back of his head.
fuck, that's a
Of
drag.
course you are.
Your dagger. I bet you are.
Because you're a gentleman.
Surprise attack.
So you're
Gonna
stabbing
reach
him
around
where? In
and-
the throat?
Yeah, I want to try and drive my dagger into his throat.
Okay. Give me a. You'll have advantage on the attack roll.
Definitely a drink.
Okay. So that is a 17 and a 16.
Okay. Those either will hit. So what's your damage for your dagger?
The damage is going to be 5 plus 5, or sorry, that's 1d4. Sorry, that's 4 plus 5, so 9 damage. But I'd also like to do my sneak attack, which is a 1d6.
Okay. Well, the 9 damage is more than enough to kill this guy. So
Oh, okay.
that goblin.
So, yeah, just totally want to like reach over and just like jab him in the throat and rip his throat out.
Yeah. So you definitely
There
get that
is
attack off. Silent, quiet, all good
Alternate
stuff.
Rule.
An alternate rule.
Yeah, it's like cleave.
Well, he's not cleaving.
Yeah, but the cleave is mostly cleaving through creatures optional rule. When a melee attack reduces an undamaged creature to 0 hit points, any excess damage from that attack might carry over to another creature nearby.
But he's daggering. He's not like.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
But if I was to come up behind him, could I swipe him across the neck and then continue going over to stab the guy beside me?
You know, I might have engaged that, but Dave continues to say melee as melee.
Yeah.
So why are you punishing me for Dave?
Because you got it. We're in the military. We punish the group, AJ. We punish the group.
When a melee attack.
No. That's a flavor or texture.
Melee. Yes.
Melee.
Melee is a
Attack.
worm. Melee
Yeah.
is an attack.
I don't think
So-
they're called mealy worms, though. They're just called mealworms.
right?
So AJ strikes one goblin down, silent as death itself, coming out of the woods behind it. But the
You're
other
not
goblin,
alerted to that.
you were not allergic to that. The other goblin, who has,
I would like to, if that was a surprise,
Yeah.
roll initiative and see if I can strike at him again.
That's what everybody's
strike
going to
at
be
the
rolling
other guy.
initiative here.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'll get everybody to roll initiative. Give me a second here. I had an initiative counter. I swear to God.
Plus what?
Where is that guy? Turn order.
22.
Is initiative a straight roll or is there a plus something?
There's a
There,
plus
plus 3.
There's pluses up by your hip
Usually
points.
you're a dexterity bonus.
Also 22.
It looks like we're doing this old school. Hold on a second here.
Oh, just
I mean, he's
Codified
there,
equal.
so he should get first initiative. Just saying.
Well, I need my notepad.
Oh, Chase.
or you can go to Don John has initiative.
Oh, of course, Chase.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Hey guys, my luck has run out.
Well, Chase is over in the wagon. So.
Standards. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so give me a
Couldn't
second
hear us
here.
well.
I'm going
Makes
to
sense.
roll for the goblins that remain.
Chase is still packing up the
1, 2.
bottle nicely.
Gone back to like weaving that net.
Oh yeah. Do.
Oof, that's a good roll. All right, so I'm going to call it out there. So who has a 20 to 25 for initiative?
I have a 22.
Also 22.
All right. So we have. Who's got the higher dex? I'm guessing it's AJ.
I have a
I have
20.
plus. I have a 17 dex.
Okay. So AJ is going to be first with the 22.
You're there, so that makes sense.
22. Oops. Not 222, 22. All right. And then there's
A lot of
Aster with the
dice.
22. Second. All right. Oops. 22. So who's got 15 to 20?
Aiden's on there. He's got an 18.
Aiden? Anybody else?
Ribbon's got an 18.
Who's got the
Nice.
higher dex?
I've got a +2 to my dex.
I've got a +3.
Oh, Aiden coming out ahead.
And Alan's got a 15.
Okay. Hold on a second. Aiden 18. Ribbon 18. And Alan with a 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else have we got there? Caliph?
Okay, let's-
Where'd she go? She there?
Still there.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Yeah.
What did you
She's
roll?
like, that's my name.
Oh, well, I rolled a 1 with
That
my +3 to
one.
initiative. It's a 4.
What about Lord Chandral there?
Oh,
Matt?
does he have a separate roll?
Well, you're off of him, right?
That is correct.
So yes, he acts on his own.
The plus. Where's your plus? +0. So he got a 12.
Okay, so he's under Alan there. So, Wanker.
Lord Chandral, thank you very much.
Well, on my sheet, he's Wanker. And then we have Caliph with a 4. Okay, so just let me put the goblins in here.
Mm-mm-mm.
Goblin.
Oh, you're fucking cute.
Oh, I think there's more.
Well, you know, when somebody goes walking across river and isn't fucking quiet about it, and they pull an alarm rope.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled an alarm
Things-
rope. What are you talking
No
about?
one's pulled the rope.
Somebody pulled the rope.
No, who? We just noted that it was there.
What is happening? What is happening?
What is going on? All right.
Fighting.
So,
Get the net.
as you guys are moving about,
Woot.
a goblin moves out of the zone above you here. You can see him. And takes a shot at Aster because you're the first person he sees.
There's
It's out.
bushes.
And you
Half
will
cover.
have cover. That is correct.
Bushes, apparently. I'm sorry. Is enlighten me? Is that some just drawn in some new bushes there?
drawn in new bushes. What?
There's
Like,
green,
there.
I have no idea who
Bush.
did that. That's not me. I'm guessing
but
by
I'm
the
in
color.
a bush.
That was fucking Chase.
Jay's trying to add, but that is not how
Extra-
that goes.
Extra bush.
Aster is in the bush, so she will have half cover. So you will get a +2 to your AC. But
Yes.
he's going to make his attack roll. Hold on a second here. All right. So
I thought we were
First
talking
roll.
about a specific bush. I thought I would
Jesus
draw
Christ.
it for visionary purposes.
are you
That's
serious?
not what that is not what 70s bush looks like.
No.
I I wouldn't know because
More
I'm not
triangular.
ancient.
It looks like a
More
Christmas tree
triangular.
that's been
that's enough.
pitched off of the
Chayse.
top of a building.
It's my sheet. There we are. Sorry, just pulling up goblins.
Boop, boop, boop. Goblins, plural.
Oh, yes, no. Yeah, where? Why are you not fucking? Give me the goblin. Just give me the goblin.
Just give it to me.
Give me the goblin, you sons of bitches. Yes, it comes out, and he's going to take a shot at you with his short bow, and he rolled a 19, and he has a plus.
He hits.
He's going to hit.
He's gonna hit.
You're lucky it bounced off of a fucking 20, so
Yeah, I am.
yeah, you are.
Even with your +2 bonus to AC.
Yeah, I got a 14 AC plus 2 is 16, so nope.
There you go.
Ah, there we are. Yeah, definitely plus
Added
4.
leather, you know.
So you are going to take 5 points of piercing damage from his arrow.
Okay.
All right.
Good. I'm still good.
I'm doing all right, guys.
I'm okay.
So after that, it is
Please
now AJ's
disregard
turn.
the
AJ.
arrow.
So right after I have reached across and cut the throat of the goblin in front of me, I'm just going to swing my other hand out, and I want to shoot the next goblin in the face with my hand crossbow.
Okay, so because you're within 5 feet, you will have disadvantage with your crossbow, unless you have crossbow master.
Well, then I will just punch him in the face with another dagger.
Okay.
So with the one hand, I'm
Nice
going to
dagger.
cut the throat of the other one, and this one, I'm just going to try and smash a dagger through his face.
Okay.
Is 13, dirty 20.
Do you get your proficiency to your bonus attack? Oh, no, this is your first attack. Never mind. Disregard.
I have a
You're good. Yep. No, you're good.
Okay, so that is a 1d4. That's a 4 plus 5 is 9. Do I
You
need
did.
sneak attack damage on him?
You can't do sneak
Okay.
attack because you don't have
Yeah.
advantage and you don't have an ally in range. So you, again, that little gobby is splattered all over as his blood sprays across the rock face as AJ slaughters another helpless goblin for no good reason.
There's a reason.
Now I 100% would have tried to do it like super quiet and like lower the bodies to the floor so no one knows the forest floor, or hide them kind of like under the bushes and stuff.
Okay, so after
Is this,
AJ's turn,
is this a pure rock wall?
yeah, that's all rock. You are
Delicious.
Oh, okay.
second here. I'll reveal. There you go.
Okay.
This is all rock face for you.
After I kill those two, can I sneak through the bush so that I'm here, so I'm sort of like on the edge but still hidden?
Yep. I'll need to roll me stealth.
Stealth. It is 28.
Okay. Aster, you're on deck.
Quick question. When I got attacked, could I have hellish rebuked? Because I didn't do that.
You could have, but hands off the dice.
So I did not?
You did not. You did not say
Okay,
that you were hellish
therefore,
rebuking,
all right, then I will just, yeah, that's fair. Then I'll just swear at it and run straight for it with my rapier
so. Okay.
as
More
there's
than
an
close
arrow
enough for ya?
sticking at my shoulder. Yeah.
All right, so make
so
your attack.
I will take a slashing attack with my rapier. That is a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. Roll damage.
And 1d8 plus 3. Where's my d8? D8, where are you? I have too many dice here. There you are. 6 plus 3. 9.
9 damage, eh? Well, that goblin, his head just kind of like detaches as you split his bow in half as he tries to draw another arrow. Aiden, you're up. Unless you got something else you want to do there, Master.
No, I'll grab the arrow that's in my shoulder and just I'll go to grab it from the front, think of it, and then grab it from the back and like pull it through.
I mean, didn't anybody tell you in first aid don't take anything out that you didn't put in?
I'm annoyed that it's there. It doesn't need to be
Haven't you
there.
watched any war movie?
No.
Snap it off. Carry on the fight. Then take care of it.
Normally they just break it off and keep going.
Yeah, normally that's what people do. I just pull it through because I'm dumb.
Okay. All right, so Aster pulls the arrow out, and
But I have an arrow now.
well,
At least not one.
I mean, it's a goblin arrow. Aiden, what are you doing? Besides
So
paddling around in a creek.
Aiden got like the death stare from Aster as he was crossing the creek.
Correct.
Yeah, you did. For sure.
So I found a rock, and I'd been standing on the rock in the middle of the creek, just standing there. Not
I think I need a
moving.
dex check from you. You're standing
Yeah,
on a rock in the middle of
It's
a moving
big
creek.
fucking rock.
Sure, those things are slippery as fuck, man.
No, it's one of the ones that's like out of the water.
Oh, you're out of the water. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm standing there, and at this point, I have completely lost track of where most people are because I'm looking at fish.
So what?
And
did
then
you
I hear this attack happening off to my left, and the first thing that goes through my mind is,
do? An arrow.
"Fuck this! I want to hide."
The one I was just holding.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Friendly fire.
Aiden's sitting there, and the first thing he thinks about is hiding. Right? Like, this is not cool.
So you're gonna dive into the bushes?
No, I disappear.
Oh, okay.
Invisible.
But I don't know that I've disappeared. Because this fucking item is new to me.
Oh. Ah. You're the
So I'm
hobbit.
still
Just
I'm
put on the ring.
I'm fucking sitting there, and I still have my fucking sword, and I'm just watching all of this shit go on, but nobody's paying attention to me anymore.
Not true. Alan is currently staring at you because he was kind of like sideways, and his one eye was looking at you. And
Alan
so when
was
you,
staring at me.
yeah, Alan kind of like snorts and like does that like animal stomp.
Pull like the dog blanket fucking
Yeah.
thing.
You betcha. In a little bit of shock.
Not so much. Alan is still staring right at you.
That'd be an
And
impressive trick.
Head caught. He's got blind sight, 30 feet.
That won't work across water.
No, there's.
He's standing in the middle of water. Water causes vibration. It would blanket or mask his ability to see.
Blind sight. Creature will perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. Creatures without eyes, such as oozes, and creatures with echolocations or heightened sense, such as bats and true dragons, have this sense. It's not reliant on the ground. That's a different one.
Oh, that's tremor sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Look at me with the fucking knowledge.
Alright.
It won't happen again, guys. Don't worry about it.
All right, so you disappear.
Yep.
All right, so next on... Oh, that's a... as Aster is standing there, another goblin comes running out, sees her, and is going to take a swing with a scimitar. Screeching in Goblin Screech. It's a 15... What do they get for a plus? Where are you, Goblin? Too many screens going. Where are you? There we are. Plus 4. So 15 plus 4. So does 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. You take 5. Oh, well, that's 5 for that too. You take 5 more damage from that goblin.
Bullshit.
I will hellish rebuke him.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Kill that fucker.
All right. So what do I have to roll for that there?
That is a good question. You point your finger at the creature that damaged you, who is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. They must make a dex saving throw.
Dex, okay, for a goblin.
So
Okay. That's an 8 plus 2 is 10. Does a 10 beat your?
It hits. Yeah, that beat. I mean, I beat it. So 2d10 fire damage.
All right.
Where's
Welcome.
the d10s?
I don't know. Where's your D10? So-
I got 1, 4, and 6, 10 fire damage.
And this goblin, as it runs out and takes a swing at Cat, bursts into fucking flame. Why is there no flame fucking icon? What the hell? Oh, there we are. Okay. I can scroll down. Oh, that's flame. Is that flame? No, that's a wing. Come on, where's the flame?
That looks like a leaf.
I know. I'm
Three
looking
leaves?
for flame. Where's
Is
the
that
flame?
like the 3 clamshells? Is he pooping?
Seashells, not clamshells.
Clamshells makes better sense.
Ditto.
I don't think there is a flame.
No, I don't see it. Oh well, he did. He erupts into a barbecue of goblin fat and bone burning into the ground,
Is anybody else hungry?
hissing and sparking as he falls into the creek beside his other dead compatriot, their blood leaking down past the rock that Aiden is hidden on.
Oh. All the fish swim away, and I'm like, oh.
They all swim upstream because they're going to go get some snacks. All right, that ends that combat.
What
What would you
completely?
guys like to do? Well,
Or
for the entrance here, yeah.
Well, I'd like to kill some people.
Well, it's too late.
we haven't even got
The
there.
other people got them.
Bullshit.
Oh,
So with AJ's stealth and whatnot, has he determined that there is nothing in these bushes? There's no more. The goblin threat currently is subsided.
You would literally have to walk like through the entire batch, but from the description that Kat had given you, or sorry, Aster had given you at the beginning, there was only 2 of them that she had spotted, and you have just killed the 2 that were over here. So,
Okay, I'm just gonna slowly sort of materialize out of the bushes, kind of thing, wiping my daggers on the grass.
okay.
Aster's
Ooh,
gonna
actually,
make her
oh,
way
shit.
to
I
Chandral.
want to go back and loot these 2 fuckers. Do they have anything?
You find 10 copper on each one.
So
I
20
haven't
copper
looted
total or
bodies
5 copper each?
at all.
20 copper total, sorry. What was that there, Aster?
I have not looted bodies. I've just walked back to Lord Chandral. I have a gaping hole in my shoulder, and I'm just kind of leaning into Lord Chandral, and just be like, "Ow."
AJ is gonna go up and loot the one non-burned body.
Loot. All the loots.
There is obviously the short bows. There's one broken beside that body because it was cut in half by Aster when she attacked. There's a small quiver with, we'll say, 5 goblin arrows. They're regular arrows, but they're kind of shitty made. And not what I would use. And then there's 5 and 3 copper, so 8 copper across the 2 of those 2.
Okay. I'm going to take the quiver and the short bows just because they're shitty goblin work, and I'm going to toss it onto the burning body so that they kind of keep the fire going.
Nice
We
little,
did
little
set the
roast some
fire.
wieners. Break out some snacks now that you've had some fighting. You're hungry.
Now, I'm going to have a quick peek kind of behind the waterfall or something. Like, where did this other goblin guy come from?
They both
see
came from
anything up
under
there?
the waterfall. Yeah, give me a sec here.
Yeah.
I'll reveal some space for you here. So when you look under the waterfall where it's falling, you see all of this. So heading north in here, the creek that flows down and out here and is fed by the waterfall above as well continues on inside of here. You can see it's a fairly steep embankment. You can see that there's this cave is running into the foot of this hill that all of this stuff is coming off of. To the right, you can see there's a ledge or set of like, I don't want to say stairs, but it's definitely looks like a lowering level down to the right. And up to your north, you can see that the tunnel branches to the east, and then it also has there's a crumbling cavern here. Now, the cavern that those goblins came out of, right here, where those two guys are dead, is not very large. It's only about 4 feet tall and a couple of feet, and it kind of like weaves in between a couple of stalactites. So it's very, very tight. So any creature that's above medium size will not be able to fit through here.
I'm pretty sure. Where do we find our size? What am
You're
I
a medium.
considered medium?
We're all
Okay.
medium size.
Yeah, you're all medium.
So we won't
But
fit through the. We can't squeeze.
You cannot scoot. No. If you're medium, you can fit. But the larger animals, so large Chandral and Alan, will not fit in here.
Okay.
It is
I
a
think-
significant space that they cannot squish in.
Aster has hung back and is like looking through her pack for something to staunch her wound and is not finding anything. So she's just like chilling where she is with Chandral trying to.
Well, I mean, there's a
Ribbon-
burning goblin. You could grab one of those arrows and just, do the old.
Ribbon steps up to you
Uh-huh.
and he places his hand on you.
Before you start your thing, can I go have dinner?
And he's like, "You will not.
It'll be a while.
You will not be bowing before Her Majesty today." And you get as this like for lack of a better word, like this chill comes out of his hand, and you feel like this cascading of like just emotions, just like a flip book going just through like random, like just glee. There's sadness. There's just despair as you get, and I got to see what the hit points are.
Cure wounds, if you're touching, 1d8.
Yeah. 1d8
plus your wisdom modifier. Or,
Plus-
sorry, charisma. You're paladin.
7. What is my charisma?
Mm.
You get
Minus
almost
2.
max. Almost max. As you get 10 hit points back.
Oh, that is max. That's max me. As you're doing that, you notice my eyes flicker between purple and red while that's happening. And then I just like grab you really strongly on your shoulder. And then I relax and say, thank you. That's it.
I cannot do this much, but we will ensure that the day ends with victory.
Yes.
I love that optimism. All right. So you
AJ's
guys
gonna
have.
catch somebody. Is anybody looking at AJ by the waterfall?
I mean, now that you know of.
No, I was gonna turn around and see if I could catch anybody's eye, because I want to try and motion that I'm gonna go forwards and then disappear behind the waterfall.
Is anybody going to tell Caliph that this is going on?
I mean, Kayla's still in the wagon.
Just fucking vibing all by myself. Doesn't even fucking know that something happened.
Anybody? Anybody want to go?
I miss
Riven will
AJ.
pull out.
AJ
Caleb
is
and Ricky are
completely
having a
forgotten
fucking
they
staring
existed.
contest.
Caleb,
Yeah.
you are missing out on the valor and glory.
Can I hear? Are you screaming that or?
I yelled it out.
Rickton's
I mean,
going
I
to turn
think-
on the wagon seat and be like, they're talking to you. And he he does that like side eye, like not eye contact, and kind of like he's still keeping an eye on you like a fearful animal, but he's not making direct eye contact.
Yeah, and Riven will move towards the waterfall as well.
Yeah, I think Aster would go mount on Chandral, but go back to the other side to make sure that Kaleth and Rickton in the wagon head up with us.
Okay.
Okay, well the wagon's not
the
going to
wagon.
fit through. So again,
We're just leaving the wagon.
No, you're coming.
This is our job.
Exactly.
But it won't get through the waterfall.
The wagon will not fit into the waterfall.
But it will get up to a certain point, right?
You could certainly pull it over here and tuck it into this hedge, and nobody would be able to see it.
And Alan can protect the wagon.
I think that's what we'll have to do. So I'm gonna be like, we have to make sure the wagon remains safe. This is our job.
Well, you can certainly tell, like, Alan and Lord Chandral and Rickton can stay with the wagon.
Does anybody speak Draconic?
No.
I think,
All right.
didn't
Kaleth
Aiden? I thought Aiden did.
is-
No.
I do not.
Yeah.
No.
Gonna set up that new rope trap that we have though outside. She's gonna look at Ricky
Well, you have
and
a
be like,
net.
"Don't fucking touch this."
And
The new
alchemist
one.
fire and rope.
Mhm.
Well, if you want to,
No. One that Caster cut down.
yeah,
Threw it
but
to the
it's
back earlier.
well, yes, but that is just a net. So the
Mhm.
original trap, the way that thing was set up was there was 4 points on it, so the 4 corners of a square basically. Each one had a heavy rock, and it had a tie at the center, so that when the trap releases, the 4 rocks come down, basically shatter your legs, and then the net falls on you and holds you in place because your legs are broken and you're probably not feeling great as it is.
And I can't set that up because.
You didn't bring the big rocks. Like I'm talking like 300-pound rocks.
Okay, never mind them.
Well, no, you can use the net. You can use it as a trap to like drop a net on somebody, but it's not going to have the same effect kind of thing.
Riven calls out, "Forget the simpleton, protect the wagon, Alan."
Okay,
Is
works for
Kaleth
me.
the simpleton or is Rickton the simpleton?
I think Aiden is the simpleton.
Oh, Aiden's. You're still Aiden.
But-
Yep.
Aster might say, has anyone seen the Aiden?
And I'm just gonna wave. And as I'm waving, I realize I can't even see my own arm. And now I'm like,
What?
shit. And I'm gonna like swing my sword a couple of times, and I can't see that.
Aster, make me a perception check to see if you can hear him swearing and swinging
Oh.
his sword like a lunatic.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
You can hear a weapon being swung, but you can't see, and you could swear it's close enough. Like,
I'm just gonna point in the direction I hear, and be like, "Do you guys hear that?"
Aiden's pointing back, but I still have my shush lips on.
Oh no, Aiden, where are you?
are you yelling or are you speaking at a regular volume? Because
Nope.
you know,
I'm just yelling now because I don't.
you're yelling. Oh.
Well, I mean, over the sound of the waterfall.
There's a waterfall.
There's a waterfall.
There's dead
raft.
goblins. We're
There's dead
good.
goblins in water.
I'm making a perception check.
Well, then I'm grabbing a beer.
I'll even grab
Yeah.
just an advantage for you. There's my goblin.
I believe I need my drink now. Also.
Through perception.
Not just for the usual reasons we drink.
Oh, you guys are
No,
lucky.
not the. These are special reasons.
They are incredibly fucking.
Oh
We
no.
win. We won,
Unperceptive.
guys. Yay.
All right,
We
so
win.
Aiden,
Yes.
you've now realized that you can't see yourself.
Yep.
You can hear yourself because you can hear your sword and you heard yourself swear.
Yep.
But you can't see yourself. What are you doing?
Yep. I'm
Does Aiden
going
think
to
that they're
I'm
dead?
going to do with this power what any
Thinks
12-year-old
this
would do. And I am going to pee into the water in front of me.
Is anybody looking back towards where Aiden was standing on a rock?
I was, because I'm pointing in that direction. Like,
You see a
yelling.
yellow stream of water at about the 2.5 foot mark start spraying off of this rock for no apparent reason.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it where I think Aiden is.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
All you hear is fucking childlike giggling.
15.
What's your
That was
armor,
strength or dex?
what's your armor class there?
Ooh, it's a 16.
What's your plus to? It'd be strength. It should be strength.
Oh, it's strength? Oh.
Or what's your dex?
Oh, no.
It should
Well,
be dex.
15
It's your own
strength.
weapon.
It'd be 16 dex or 15 strength.
Okay, 16 dex. So you meet. You said your AC is 16, right, Aiden?
Yep.
All right. So this rock hits you, and for some reason your concentration is broken this one time, and you reappear, and you're currently holding your dick in your hand, peeing into the river,
Pants all the way down. Like,
and the
all
rock
way
hits
down
you
to
right
ankles.
in the dick.
That's where I was aiming.
Oh, great mother. Oh, Lord. Oh, well struck.
I need a dex save from you to see if you
yeah.
slip off the rock and fall into the water now.
I am Dexy AF. That is a +3. How does a 22 sound?
All right, you do some weebling and wobbling, but you manage to hold your footing as you attempt to finish peeing with a bruised dick.
And I will about face on the rock, so it's just bottom and
You're
Not the-
ruining us all now?
not the fleshy
Okay.
bits.
So now I need you to make me an insight check to see if you figure out how you did that.
Well, obviously, the only way to turn uninvisible is to
So you
strike
get hit in the
myself
dick
in
with
the
a rock?
penis.
I meant how you turned invisible.
I don't know.
That's why
I
I'm
don't know,
saying
but the
I
only
need
way
an
to bring me
insight
out-
check.
Is to successfully hit me in the dangle.
In the dangles.
Next battle, I'm gonna be like just covering my balls and being like, nobody sees me. That is a 15 insight +7. It's a 22.
Okay, I was not expecting you to do that quickly. You actually, you feel a connection to what it is that allows you to do this.
Nice.
So you put 2 and 2 together to get 3, and you realize what's going on there.
And I think to myself for a moment, I was like, this explains a lot about the stories of my family.
Well,
Just-
and Agatha specifically.
Some of the debauchery and yep.
Well,
Yeah.
not just debauchery. She was,
Oh yeah, she was a fucking hitter.
not just a hitter, a heavy hitter. There was some significant shit that lady took. Anyways, all right. So you guys have done that. AJ and Riven and Aster are now standing up at the cave entrance, looking in through some stalactites and stalagmites, heading up and down. They can see in. You can see, like I said, the river curves up and to the right and to the east. There is a broken passageway or cave entrance here as well. It's kind of small, but there you can see there's like crush and like fallen stone in there. So it looks like it's a, I don't want to say man-made, but it looks like if there's a cave entrance there. That was very interesting. It appears to be gone now, so
Good point to take a break.
Blame Matt.
yeah, this is all right. Let's take a break here. So, do you want to make a note there, Dave, for yourself for when to pause episode 4?
Well, it's 2:41 for me, but
Okay, so we will take a quick 5 to 10. 5 to 10. We'll be gone for 20. Okay, and then we'll start up as you guys enter the cave here.
Sweet. Looking for a return. All right.
Nice.
Be right back, y'all.
All right, so you guys in bed.
I like
alrighty.